old, groaning like a geezer.
There is a rabbit loose in the castle, Rudolph. Return him to me, and I shall reward you with a spider goulash.
Welcome, everybody. It is 2024, and you are watching the very first Graybeard'S studio episode of the new year. Now, if you were hoping for like a new title sequence or entrance, sorry, that would require effort. And my New Year's resolution, my number one New Year's resolution this year is less effort. So that's what you're getting, but not on this show. When it comes to the drawing, there's nothing but effort. So let's bring in our New Year's compadres and get this show rolling. First off, one of our favorite guys, one of our four favorite guys on this show, it's David Williams.
Maximum effort.
Look at that. That's
you know, it's a good sign of a show when you have time off, but you still miss not being on the show. And I miss not being on the show. So
I did too. It was like there's this gaping hole. It's like I'm supposed to be someplace.
Yeah,
right now, you know,
I'm supposed to be doing something.
Yep. All right. Well, here we are. We're doing it today, and here's our next co-host, who probably is not happy about 2024 because this means he's going to be another year older. It's welcome, Gary Martin. There he is.
G-Money.
I stopped celebrating New Year's a long time ago.
Yeah, birthday's a long time ago.
But I am doing great. I bought myself a Christmas present. I got a new memory foam cushion for my chair. So
nice. Nice. Keep that butt comfortable while you're all these long hours of streaming.
Gotta massage that ass.
Yeah, and we're off and running. I was a little worried that Sasquatch might turn up missing today. We hadn't heard anything from a while. He kind of disappeared over the holidays. So I'm going to click on this button and see if Kelsey's actually here. Let's see. Well,
all right. We're open for business for the new holiday. For the new year. Let's do this. Welcome. Hello, everybody.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you got a few laughs out of that, Kelsey. So it was worth it. You know.
I've had that gag set up for the last 2 months.
Since last year.
And I keep forgetting to use it. And I was like, oh, this is the perfect time. I'm now reopened for 2024. Let's get it going.
All right.
Let's start off by saying Happy New Year to the chat. And much love, much appreciation to everybody who support us. And thank you for being here today.
Indeed, here.
Couldn't say it any better. We wouldn't be where we're at without you guys in the chat. And I don't know if that's good or bad, but the channel's growing. We are becoming a must-see TV destination. So we owe it all to you guys for not only showing up here weekly, but spreading the word. So thank you.
Don't worry. I plan on putting in at least nominal effort.
That's right.
Somewhere in between Aaron and David.
That's right. Just enough to get it done. Well, speaking of the chat, let's see who is joining us on this fine day in January. Halder 6480 is first one in the house as usual. Thank you for joining us. Leg Kick is here because Leg Kick is almost always here. Ronan, Bill Weist is here. Repairman Jack. John with no H. Hearing the Steadfast. Hyper Kaiju. NTM Comics. Is it rabbit hunting season? We're going to find out. This is actually David's. I've tried to do Looney Tunes before, and David's like, no, I'm sick of Looney Tunes. That's all I did at Warner Brothers. But
we're going to have Bat Daffy in this episode, right? Like,
that's right. Pick a character you haven't drawn before.
Miss Piggy Wonder Woman. Right?
Wait a minute.
That's not.
Oh, wait, not those.
Yeah. Angela Curry's here. She says 2 p.m. is my nap time, sigh. So she's going to be sleeping through the show, but at least she's here. NTM Comics.
I'm usually sleeping through the show too.
Yeah, that's right. I gotta try and stay awake.
Yeah.
Squibs, Toshiro is here. Birdman Burr, welcome back, everyone. Let's have a great year. I'm all for that. Citizen Ronan's here, of course. Hey, good afternoon, fellas. Don't get too loony when Aaron wins. She's in my corner.
When he whines.
Yeah.
Wines, exactly. Gnomeski's here. Time for the best CG stream, he says. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Let's
Whatever
see.
You say.
Wizard Sleeves, Gary's favorite chat member, is here. Wishing us all a happy new year. Heat Miser, Genuine Comics, Holy Hand Grenades, Marcus Killer Group, purveyor of all things pop culture knowledge, has joined us. Dale A is here. The Vespa guy is here. Let's see.
The Vespa guy?
The Vespa guy. Not just a Vespa guy, but the Vespa guy. Brian.
He's got to be the only one left at this point, right? How many people are riding Vespas?
There you go. George Bonnie 90. Eric Wart is here. Let's see.
Hey, science has progressed. You can get that thing removed.
Tagamo Model Works for $2. Thank you, Tagamo. Happy New Year's, guys. Thank you. Same to you. Dennis C. Nolosco. Happy New Year, 3 wise men. Someone had to be left out, though.
3 wise ass men.
You can determine which one of us is not the wisest. Headless Bourgeoisie is here. Grey Wolf Graphics. Jughead Grayson. Daniel Russell. Geek Avengers here. He's laughing at Kelsey's joke. I'm now getting to the responses to your closed for business sign.
Oh, yeah.
Omni's here. Who else we got? Wesley Gleason. Playmail is here. And Nordic Nerd, of course, made the trip in. Ryo Stew. Billy Baxco says ahoy. Robert Doan Pills is here. Hope everyone had a good holiday. Now get back to work. See, he gets it. Agent Zero is here. Kelsey, any word on Scribbles?
Yep.
There you go.
You want the word. Oh, okay.
He said, yep.
Yeah, we're going to be getting that thing printed and out. I'm going to do an update soon. People have been yelling at me, so we're going to get this squared away ASAP. It's coming.
You have it. There it have. Squibs for $1.99. Thanks, Squibs. Will anyone dare redesign Gossamer? We'll get to that in a minute. Lobo Vicious is here. Michael Bancroft, all the way from Australia. Thank you for joining us, Michael. Appreciate it. Dark Shadow Logan is here. Nomadaman. Doodly doo. Who else we got here? You know, our favorite person isn't here that only Kelsey can pronounce. I don't see him. What are we gonna do? Yeah, we're no bibbly blah 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 blah.
Just go like this.
New Year, same problems. Kel Razor's apologizing for being late. Well, thankfully you didn't miss anything. So Henry Bemis, all the way from Oregon, is here. Hopes you all had a good Christmas and New Year's. Tail Dune is here. And there you go. Everybody's here. And we appreciate it, guys. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button to just help us feel better about ourselves in the new year. Dan the Pizza Man Genovese just slid in. So, okay, we got a full house. We're ready to rock and roll. But first, you guys, you've had a couple weeks off from the interwebs. What have you been doing? It's time for show and tell. David, what have you got for us?
Okay, I just have a little bit of fearsome to show.
Oh,
very little, but this is old stuff that you already saw. So I'm just refreshing.
Just warming people up.
Here's the guy. Here's our main guy who's in the book. This is a book for Ethan Van Sciver. And I showed you guys this double page where this entity comes to unleash, the true person this guy is in his dream world.
Seen it.
Yeah, I've been there, done that. Yeah. Show me the new stuff. And here's the page after when it gets released.
Oh, that came out great.
Look at all that splatter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Maynard's like, he's vomiting. So the entity goes and grabs, the fearsome entity out of this Eli character. And this is when the next pages, oh man. This is when it starts really getting crazy.
Now,
here's the pencils that I inked from.
So you basically you took those layouts, put the board over the top of it, stuck it on a light table, and then inked it from there.
Yeah.
You got any whiteout in there?
Only on here. There's tons.
Okay, yeah, good. All right, just checking. All right, make me feel a little better.
I'm no G Money.
Yeah,
there's whiteout all over the place.
All right,
wait a minute. Hang on a second. Kelsey, he is here. Go ahead and say it.
Oh,
that's right. 2 pounds. He says, "I'm here, Aaron. Get new glasses. Here, get this." There we go.
First one of the new year. Congratulations.
Yeah. Start the new year. I see iodine 74.
Congratulations.
He's a monster just jumped in. So we got people crawling in here right and left, like a bunch of spiders.
Okay.
Now that's awesome, David. I love that.
Kelsey, when are you going to start drawing this big?
I don't know. Someday.
Never.
I want to.
No, just draw whatever size it is that looks good.
Hey, it's not the size of the paper. It's the
Keep telling yourself that,
right?
Keep telling yourself that.
Okay. Is that it, David?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's awesome. Looks great. Everybody, we'll get to the campaigns in a minute, but you can still back that book, the preview book, coming up here shortly. Gary Martin. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
Wow.
Look at this.
This is the last piece that I needed to finish for my art book, and it took me 2 weeks to finish it.
I'll bet.
I've been wanting to. This is a Jack Davis piece. I think it was a album cover for some kind of Monster Mash music or a back cover or something like that. But I couldn't find a good scan of it. So I had this like in a file of, things to do for literally years. And then I finally found a good scan. And so I've been chipping away at this for a while. And
wait, was this from Mad Monster Party?
I'm not sure of the name of it. It could be.
Man, the level of gray is just phenomenal because you could even see like behind the characters, like perfectly clear.
Jack Davis was a master at cross hatching, and his cross hatching was hard because I'm more methodical and he's more random, but his patterns are just dead on. Let me blow this
Did you
up.
make sense of his? Like, did you have to like?
Oh yeah, I had to exactly. I had to study the patterns, and try to figure out.
That's great.
What he was trying to do.
Man, this show would be so much better if we could get some talent on here.
Right.
I love this mummy guy.
Yeah,
he's really
posing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Does he have like 6 fingers
too? I love the vampire.
Yeah.
No, it's just his hands are so far spread. If you count the fingernails, there's only.
Oh, I see. Yeah, he's got a crooked finger.
Right. But
it's like creating an optical illusion. It's really funny.
That foot, that Jack Davis foot.
Oh yeah.
This wasn't a commission for somebody. It was just something you've been wanting to do for a while.
Wanted to do. Yeah, something I just wanted to do, and so I just finally bit the bullet. And so like all this cross-hatch pattern on Frank's fur, whatever that thing is, his vest. That I saved that for last.
Jeez, that's a lot of work.
That hunchback looks like a pimple about to pop.
I rarely do anything just for myself. I mean, that's making me kind of want to do that. Just spend time. Just
you got to have the time though, right? It's like if you got.
Well, you worked on it a little bit at a time, though, right? Yeah.
Kelsey,
well, the only reason why I did it is that I wanted to add it to the art book, and it became like the last piece that I was going to do. So that gave me the extra motivation to actually do it.
Well, I might have to take time to do that. Aaron, you don't mind? You got
you
plenty of time to do coloring.
You got nothing to do, Kelsey.
Yeah,
we're getting in the way of you pursuing your own. Ideas.
Do my own Jack Davis recreation.
That's right. Hey, your buddy's back. Will you say that for me, Kelsey?
Biblio Bob.
There it is. He says
Biblio Bob.
Another 2 pounds. So he must be across the pond. He says, I have a stomach ache now. Thanks, Aaron, from the Cannonball. That was my pleasure.
Yeah, that's the goal.
That's the goal. It worked. Zaid Comics for $5. That's our buddy Merv the Astro Chimp, also known as Phil Diaz. Happy New Year, Beardos. Missed you guys. Hope to see more great work from you all this year. Yeah, so do we.
Yeah. Right.
Your hard work is motivation. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that very much. Kelsey, certainly you have something.
Everything I'm working on, I can't really share, but I have from last week's show. I did these two paintings celebrating Christmas. This one, of course, the Santa Claus of the Rich and Elite. Right. I was going back in and trying to kind of finish them up. I didn't like I had these two ladies on either side of them. I just crapped them out. I was like, forget it. But so I was just trying to finish it up. I still got to like detail out some of this stuff. So I guess I am doing this for myself a little bit.
It looks like a Seth Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
cool. Know what that means, but then I got I was trying to finish this one up where I was trying to do the actual dogs from the movie because I was like off model for sure. But it's hard to draw. It's hard to paint dogs. But so I'm not done with this. I'm going to like tone down this background and do it like a deep red, like it's faded out into the background. And these dogs are way more bright, so they'll be in the sunlight or in the lamplight rather. I'm not done tinkering with these. I really enjoyed them, and I'm having fun just kind of messing with them. But as far as like new stuff, I was working on a
postage stamp design.
Yeah, exactly. A preliminary for the Nexus triplets cover.
Oh wow!
Which you can see if I can
nice.
Focus a little bit.
Yeah, I saw that on Instagram, and I came to a conclusion that you draw children better than the main man.
Who's the main man?
The dude.
Oh, oh, really? Oh, yeah. He needs to watch like more Disney cartoons or whatever, I guess. You just draw them with the big heads.
It's that anime influence creeping in.
It is. You can see the anime eyes in there.
Mm-hmm.
But I got Gormando in here sneaking around.
Are you scanning this to paint it in Photoshop?
No. I'm going to paint this by hand. I'm going full dude. So,
nice.
So I wanted to do like I was looking at all these painters and stuff like Rockwell, and he'll do like these really detailed value rendering first.
Yeah.
And so I just having fun with it. And so the real trick is I'm documenting the whole thing too. I'm videoing it. I'm gonna do a whole video on the process of this because it's I usually don't paint for real. Like it seems like when I try to do it for real, I get stage fright. you know.
Yeah.
So when I'm doing it for show or for fun, I end up doing fun stuff, you know, like this, like stuff that ends up being pretty good.
Well,
so I got to try to do something real and maintain that kind of spontaneity of this and not get locked down. So this is going to be a fun challenge for me.
Well, when you start painting, I'll call you on the phone. We'll joke around for 2 hours while you're painting, and then
there you go.
It'll help you. Yeah,
loosen me up a little bit.
Yeah.
That was great.
Thank you. Yeah, I might be able to get zoom in closer. There she is. So these are the triplets. They're called the squiblets. they have like intense psychic power, and they got kidnapped, and Nexus is going and getting them back. So it's just a great little story we've been working on. So but yeah, there's follow I know we're not doing the pitches right now, but follow what is it, Nexus by Baron on Twitter, and you'll get all the info on all the Nexus books coming out this year. So.
Chimera says Kelsey's not a nerd.
Wow.
There's some sarcasm in there.
More of a geek.
Yeah.
There you go. Corn Zenith is joining us from Australia. Happy New Year, everybody, he says. That's great. Thank you, guys. We get to get our Aussie gang joining us. Is awesome. All right. Is that all you got for us, Kelsey?
That's it. That's about what I got to share so far. I'm working on animation for Kit Carter, which I'm gonna wait till that's done before we show that off. So.
You guys are not gonna believe this. It's Hanna-Barbera revisited. You're gonna love it.
Perfect for Kit Carter.
Cool. And we're gonna pump it up so much that everyone's gonna be disappointed when they see it.
Yes, as usual.
No, it looks really, really cool. I'm very excited to see how it turns out.
Yeah, me too.
Speaking of excitement, let's look at some of my work.
Yeah, award-winning. Where's that award-winning cover?
Well,
I missed that over the holidays.
No. I mean, come on. That's sort of run its course at this point.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Oh, wait a minute.
There it is.
Well, how did that get there? This, of course, is the award-winning cover, Wraith of God, Bloodhunter wraparound cover. I may never win another award in my life, so I better know all the I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how that got there. I don't know. Maybe Shelley put it there.
No, you'll win best cover for Kit Carter as well.
The
Chris one, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm planning on it. But it's supposed to be plan on it. And speaking of Kit Carter. Some of you guys may have seen this page. I posted it on social media. These are the pencil pages. These are let's see. The reason they're so tight is because I have an inker, Matt Ryan, of course, my longtime inker collaborator, has been.
And you don't want him to have any fun whatsoever.
No, absolutely not. Look at those. You know what he said? He saw the pages and he goes, "Those sound effects look really fun." I went, "What about the rest of this stuff?"
That's hilarious.
That's fantastic.
This will let you know that you don't mess around when you go to Planet Doom. There could be problems.
Let's go to Planet Doom. It sounds like
sounds like a great vacation.
Madcap hilarity.
Yeah, who's this? Is this? This is not Schmagma. This is what?
Well, this is well. See this.
Have you named this creature?
No. This is just a dude, man. He's an alien dude doing something on this planet. Of course, you have to read.
No, I'm talking about the monster. Have you named him?
Well, the monster is just, hey, when you're on Planet Doom, dude, there's monsters all over the place.
Doom dude.
Now, Schmagma is not on Planet Doom.
There's a book title right there. Doom dude.
Yeah.
Citizen Roman says Spermula.
And here we go. Here's our first shot of Lord Menace in his room.
Nice.
He's kind of the bad guy.
Excellent drawing. Reminds me of John Buscema's Loki.
Yeah, well, I looked at that and I said, because I want to kind of, because he does like guys lounging in thrones like better than anybody.
Yep.
And I didn't swipe it, but I took a look at it before I approached this. And
Kelsey and I did it.
illustration there, Aaron.
Thank you.
Yeah, Kelsey and I did a GI Joe cover kind of like this.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah, with Serpentor.
yeah.
Yeah, I could just imagine like Frank Welker doing the voice of this guy, right? Like,
Bring me Kit Carter.
Yes.
yeah.
Where's my friggin' lunch?
Now get Kevin. Get Kevin.
Oh yeah, totally.
This is so you can see. I mean, I do my layouts in blue line like this, and then I just sort of pencil over the top of the blue line. That's kind of how I.
No, see, I have a totally different take on this guy. I could just see him talking to this whoever this guy is, and hey.
Now let's get Flip Wilson doing Geraldine to do that.
Hey, sucker! You better get out of here, jive turkey!
All right, I got one other thing here. I'm doing a recreation of Spider-Man 14 cover for my son.
Oh, that's brilliant. Oh,
And
oh yeah, I see. No, that's cool.
You know,
You're doing something for yourself.
yeah. My son's
have
been
a lot
bugging me.
of time for that.
No, my son's been bugging me for a year. The problem with these things is all the stinking lettering on the cover that you have to
The lettering takes forever.
get all this crap in here. And I'm just so what I do is I go in and I light table that lettering, then I'm going to draw straight lines across here to make sure that they're even where they need to be, and then ink them.
Well, that's a black background behind that lettering, right?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well, I may or may not go that route. I mean, the lettering's thick enough. I probably can, but on these other ones, like this one, That's going to be a white. That's going to be a white box with black lettering.
Yeah, that's what I do if I commission. Just print it off. And,
You're
What's
cut
that?
it out and paste it on. Yeah.
Yeah, but my son won't accept that. So
your son should have asked to do a minute later cover.
I had people do it. There's a guy that goes around. There's a lawyer that goes around doing those.
I did one for him. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's pretty fun. So like a minute after this shot right here.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Oh,
You should do the white pin on the black background. Come on.
Yeah, I'm sure I won't make any mistakes. Really, really good.
Well, then you just put black back over it. Then you start over.
Keep doing it over, and pretty soon there's like an inch of black ink on that one spot because you just kept building it up.
It'll be sturdy. It'll last forever.
Yeah. Well,
what's
I'm
happening here?
I'm going to check the cover, the actual cover. That printout is muddy, so I don't really know if it's black or if it's actually
Yeah, I'm having
like
camera
dark
problems.
blue or something.
You gotta add the photo of yourself into the.
What is he doing?
He's effing up.
I'm having camera problems.
There we go.
That symbol means you're screwed. It looks like a
That
screw.
means there's a pervert behind that black.
Is that like the smiley bomb or the frowny bomb you get on your computer when things have really gone bad and the screen goes black and that bomb comes up and you're like, oh no.
And then the FBI showed up at my house.
All righty.
Or what the hell are we doing?
David, you gonna give us an idea of what you might be doing for us today?
Like Muggsy and Rocky or something like that.
Are you gonna, okay, that'd be good.
Muggsy and Rock. Oh yeah, awesome.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, that's appropriate. Yeah.
Shut up, shutting up.
Yeah, shut up, shutting up. Hey, I don't have to tell me twice. If you tell me to shut up, I shut up. People tell me to shut up. I want to be quiet. Shut up, shutting up. Okay, Kelsey, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking Duck Dodgers in the 24th and a half century. My all-time favorite Looney Tunes character, including his sidekick, Porky.
Okay. I'll tell you what. I was going to do the mad scientist and
the big fur ball.
Well, that orange guy is now named Gossamer. But if you saw the opening clip in his very first appearance, which was Water, Water, Every Hair, that's the clip that I showed, and his name was Rudolph. And they changed
really?
it. Yeah, he goes There's a rabbit loose in the castle, Rudolph. Retrieve him for me, and I'll reward you with his spider goulash. And then he goes to get Bugs Bunny. So his name was Rudolph, but became Gossamer. So
Oh.
Was that a Vincent Price impersonator? Or was
I thought
that
it was Vincent Price.
No, I don't know if it was or not. I don't think it was. Maybe it was.
Sounded
Was it
just
Mel
like
Blanc doing Vincent Price?
Could have
Could have
been.
been. Could have been. Could have been.
But yeah, so I'm so offended that he changed his name. I refuse to draw him.
Wow.
So no, I'm going to.
That would have been a nice, easy one to do.
I'm going to recreate a well, it's my take on a scene from Hide and Hare, or Hare and Hyde, excuse me, where Bugs Bunny meets Mr. Hyde in a Friz
I love
Freeleng
that.
classic.
Yeah. I love that.
Before you start, Aaron, you've got a significant super chat.
Holy smokes. Fox Mulder coming in strong for $50.
Woo!
Wow.
Thank you,
That ain't
Fox.
cheap.
He says, you guys talking about drawing simply for your own enjoyment. I wonder if there's some obscure series from your past, either comics or TV and film, that you love but feel never got its due. And if given the chance, you'd revive it, put your own spin on it.
Wizards.
Are you talking
I'd
about
love
Ralph
to-
Bakshi?
Yeah, I'd love to do like an actual take on that isn't kind of all over the map. Like, let's tell it as a real story and update it with like, man, I think it'd be sweet. I've been kind of tinkering with that for years, actually, redesigning that. What's his face? I can't even remember their names. The red guy.
Oh,
Peace. Yeah. Of course,
Yeah,
what's her face? The little elf chick. She'll stay the same. The fairy chick.
well, we did.
She'll be wearing even less.
Didn't we do? Yeah, we did a Wizards thing one time, didn't we, on this show?
Yeah, right. Yeah. I pretty much
Black
stuck
Wolf.
to it, though.
Black Wolf and Peace and who's the wizard that with the red nose? The guy that got the little fairy girl at the end. What's his name?
It's been ages since I've seen it, honestly. I can't remember. Chat would know.
Avatar. It's Avatar.
Avatar.
Yep.
I can always hear that chick's voice at the beginning of the movie, like haunting voice, which is like,
yes,
wispy voice.
Yeah, oh, that's right. With all the Plug drawings, the Plug
so great.
The voiceover, yeah. That was potentially a great movie that just, like you said, it needs further development. It needs more.
Yeah, like not imagine doing like a real take on it that's more akin to like how oh man, what's his name? The Muppets guy. Why am I forgetting everybody's name today?
Jim Henson.
Yeah, like the way Jim Henson was trying to do live action films, where it was like, just had a lot more meat to the world building and all that. I would love to see that. And then would totally mess it up. So I hope they never, ever, ever do it.
Yeah. Well, you can say the same thing about Fire and Ice. Fire and Ice was
I love that movie.
Almost a good movie.
I love that movie.
Well, yeah, but
who's that? The wolf guy in that, man, is so freaking cool.
I know, but you can look at that movie and see how it could be much better than it was.
Yeah, well, John Milius, get John Milius back on the saddle.
Yeah, there you go. One of my things I wanted to do was Metamorpho, which I actually got to do at DC. I redid Metamorpho, and they didn't use any of the stuff I put in there to explain the character more thoroughly. I also wanted to do something with the Creeper, and I never got to do that. So that might be, comic book wise, that might be the thing that
that would
got
have been
away.
fun.
Yeah, David, you got anything like that?
There was a TV show in the 80s that I didn't think got enough credit, but I thought it should have been a comic book. But they could bring it back. It was Silver Spoons with Ricky Schroeder and Alfonso Ribeiro and Aaron Gray on there. It was freaking awesome.
I used to love that show. I wanted to live in that house so bad, man. Because he'd be like, "Where's the bathroom?" And he'd be like, "Well, you go past the desert through the
it was like
miniature village."
It was almost like Richie Rich live action
Yeah.
before it's time. But if you did it now,
Oh,
you know, but have, you know, Ricky Schroeder's still in it, but he's as old as he is. But, you know,
He's the dad now.
yeah, he's the dad. Come on. This would be awesome. No,
Look at that. Dave's got it all figured out, man.
no.
Hey,
Honestly, I would like to actually do a Batman comic. And the funny thing, as much as people know I love Batman, I never did a Batman comic.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Fat Samurai says Aaron should do Bigfoot and Wild Boy.
There you go.
That's what Kelsey, you're half that show already.
Yeah, right. He's
It's
both.
like working in a burger shop. You know, you get tired of.
He's both of them. He's both Bigfoot and Wild Boy.
He is.
I could just do a self-portrait then.
He's got Wild Boy chained in the back room.
Yeah. Luffy is God says, is it Luffy or Luffy?
Luffy.
Luffy is God
Luffy.
says, there's an old anime manga called Cobra, the Space Pirate. Amazing designs and real good story. I've been looking into the rights because it would make a great comic.
You'll
I'm
never
sure
get
Kelsey
those
knows all
rights.
about this.
Oh yeah, it would. It is a great comic, actually. I think.
Did you get the other super chat?
I'm just about to. Geek Avenger for $5. Thank you, Geek. Appreciate it. Suggestion for the next monster's name in the Kit Carter adventure: Vulva. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Geek Avenger. He'll be here all week. Oh my gosh.
I'm glad he didn't spell it correctly.
Yeah, well, I think that's yeah.
If you would have just waited until they start drawing, I would have read that for free.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get this.
You know, I'm thinking about changing who I'm going to draw. Remember, what was that Looney Tunes opera where kill the wabbit?
Yeah, what's opera?
What's opera doc?
Yeah,
They were doing
Speaking of
Wagner.
doing Elmer Fudd. He looked awesome. That was so awesome.
Yeah.
You should do him as like Thor, like a Thor cover with.
Viking helmet.
Well, you could rip off Simons's Thor cover with Elmer Fudd. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. See, now you got me doing something. God.
I want to see that. I definitely want to see that.
Okay, it's on and popping now.
This is when you realize, oh, these characters are harder to draw than you think. Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Well, it's like that's why I downloaded the model sheets, man. So I had something to work on.
Oh, I forgot to mention that Jack Davis recreation for Kelsey, all brush.
Oh.
And for David, 0 whiteout.
Oh, man. Baller move there. Look at that. In your face, David. No, I was kidding.
Yeah.
All right, here's some Chuck
cool.
Jones character sheets for Bugs Bunny as the Connecticut Rabbit.
Ah, so good, man.
Very,
God.
very cool.
It just makes it look effortless, too.
Yeah.
I love Chuck Jones stuff.
So
Rabbit
good.
flags. And I've also got something else. Where is it? This is such a classic. This is one of my favorites. It doesn't even have Bugs Bunny or any of the regular characters in it, but this one with the bulldog and the
looks like he's drawing nutsacks all under his chin.
look at this face right here. Look at that expression. It's so good.
Oh wow. Yeah, I actually do that the thing where he does the mouth like this, and then he'll have these huge little cheek things like this.
Yeah. The nutsack.
Oh yeah, is that what you're saying? That's the nutsack? Yeah.
I remember that scene with the dog leaning on his hands and his cheeks, go up.
Yep. That's the thing about for me, Chuck Jones. Why he's my favorite of all the directors is that all of his characters had weight to them. They didn't feel flat and two-dimensional. They just had weight, and it was just because of the little details like that. Where a guy, the character puts his hands under his face, and the big old fat cheeks squish up. And then suddenly you've got this three-dimensional character. A lot of guys didn't do that. I was also a fan of McKimson too. Freeling was my least favorite. I know he's kind of a lot of people's favorites, but
He's a good idea guy, right?
Yeah, I mean, he did Pink Panther and all that stuff,
Yeah.
but I just his drawing style to me was a little bit too predictable, house flat. But Chuck stuff was just so much more, had so much more weight to it and depth.
I've been going down this rabbit hole of
no
pun intended. Yeah. I was looking at Pete Holly's stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that led me to this other guy who I was already looking at and didn't realize it was the same guy, named Holly Pratt. Holly Pratt is the one that did all the painted versions of all this stuff in the little golden books.
Mm-hmm.
And and he worked with Freeling and all these guys on the backgrounds for all these, or with who's the guy, Maurice Noble.
Yeah. That's what I was about to bring up, and I was like, they had a book on all of the backgrounds and stuff like that were so good.
Yeah, they're phenomenal. They're little works of art in their own right, and all gouache, by the way. So that's why it kind of led me down that. Looking at gouache stuff.
The good old days, man. My homie and personal rival Ellie McComicsgate for $5 says, I have a new character for Kit Carter, a volcanic gender-bending monster called Pyroclastic Mo.
Okay. Oh yeah, like Flo. Yeah,
I like it.
Or it could be a female, Pyroclastic Flo. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fox Mulder, another $10. Thank you, Fox. Appreciate it very much. A question for each of you. Do you prefer the Bob Clampett or Chuck Jones versions of Bugs Bunny? Love them both, but always prefer Bob's designs and episodes. Now, I'm a Chuck Jones guy all the way.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Bob Clampett. I do, but Chuck for me.
It's a Bob Clampett cartoon. I used to watch the Vinny and Cecil show when I was a kid.
Yep. I didn't understand it, but I watched it anyway.
Yeah. I don't know. So I mean, when I watched it, it was just I think it was like on Sunday, and it was at a time where that was the only thing on. So I ended up watching the Vinny and Cecil.
Yeah.
Good
times.
Well, there was this time before the 80s rush of cartoons where the only thing you had were reruns of Looney Tunes, Richie Rich, Smurfs, and this is before you guys. This is my generation. Yeah, and reruns of Speed Racer. It was just a lot of reruns of stuff that was played in the 60s and even 70s, but or this was kind of like late 70s, early 80s. And then suddenly He-Man hit. And then it was like He-Man, G.I. Joe, and the ball was rolling at that point for Saturday morning cartoons.
I didn't like any of that stuff. I could watch Speed Racer all day.
I did until Oliver North Trials started, and that's like all it was on. And I was so mad. I was like, who the hell is this guy who was taking over my Speed Racer time?
All north. That
Wizard Sleeves, are you suggesting characters for them to draw? That's it's too late. He says, would you consider the two hillbillies on Bugs Bunny with Taz? What do you mean?
I love those hillbillies. That episode where they do the square dancing. Oh my god, so funny.
So you
remember that one?
Wizard Sleeves, are you suggesting they like drop those in the background?
That'll fit right into. I don't know who's doing. What are you doing, David?
Elmer Fudd.
Oh, are you? You changed already?
I already told you I'm doing the opera soon, but I'm looking.
That's right.
Looking at Walt Simonson covers right now.
Art of Roy, I don't know if I can pronounce your suggestion. I'll ruin the bit. Aaron, would you read Art of Roy's?
Oh my gosh, Gary, you and your
well, I'll ruin the
Gary.
gag if I mispronounce the name.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me find Art of Roy. Oh, Aaron, another villain or monster name for you. Stool use. Stool use. Stool use.
Yeah, I would have butchered that.
Oh. Let's see. Robert Doan Pill says, Aaron, take your coat off and stay a while. Don't give me wardrobe advice, man. Now I'm freezing. And my
that's not a coat. That's his arm hair.
Oh, now everybody's bringing up stuff from like Kelsey. Do you remember Star Blazers?
Oh yeah. Our Star Blazers, whatever how the next song goes.
I don't think it went like that.
Yeah, I did. They had the American version. Star Blazers, something like that.
You just stop right there every time.
Like, yeah.
Our Star Blazers.
That's
Right?
the whole song.
That's it. They just repeat that over and over.
I think we got it.
Yeah, something like that is actually part of the lyrics.
Something like that.
When you guys were mentioning the Thor cover, were you talking about the Beta Ray Bill cover?
Yeah, we breaks the title.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fritzy Schnitzel says, I cried when Sergeant Knox died on Star Blazers. Don't judge me.
Too
See,
late.
this is like I was a instead of Star Blazers, I was a Robotech kid.
Yeah.
So my whoever that was, my version of that was Roy Fokker from Robotech.
I bet he did.
Yeah, he did. He was ladies man. He was like the Iceman from Top Gun.
Oh, is that
He
right?
was like, yeah, he was like the big brother, the guy who'd been there the longer, you know. And he's, Fokker. That was great, man. He ended up dying. Well, spoilers, but
Too late.
but it was just such a great. It was like one of those where you realize, I don't know. I grew up a little bit watching that show. You find out about death, you're like, man, He-Man never died. This is crazy. Yeah, it's before Transformers the movie, which educated a lot of us on death. Superman, or what's his name? Optimus Prime.
You're welcome, Mark, in the chat. Thanks for the update. Shipping anything always makes me nervous.
Oh yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Can you want to elaborate on that a little bit?
It's between Mark and I.
Yeah. Don't include it.
out.
It's not like we're doing a show or anything.
Yeah, right. Gary's all, this is private.
Yeah, do you mind? Stay out of our business.
It's
Aaron, hold on, Aaron. You complain when I ask you to listen to a chat or read a chat, but when I read something that you don't know about, you want me to elaborate?
Well, no, it's just that you read it correctly. So I was like, wait a minute, what is that?
Oh, okay.
I can actually understand what you were saying for once. So, can you elaborate on that? No. Okay.
Yeah, see, I just speak cryptically to you. Everybody else understands.
Okay. Did anybody get anything really like sort of interesting for Christmas?
Yeah,
I mean,
I got
besides,
a
like, socks
memory
and
foam cushion for my art chair.
You did what?
Never mind.
Oh.
You got a butt cushion with memory foam for his.
Oh, yeah. I already got one of those. Yeah.
To massage his ace.
I'm sitting on one.
It's for the sciatica. Oh, my sciatica.
Yeah, what are all those infirmities that, like old movies, they gripe about that we don't hear about today, like sciatica? The other one is gout.
Yeah, gout. What the heck? What is that? Got me a case of gout. What the heck?
It still exists, I think. I don't know what it is, but gout. Do you know what it is? I never understood what that was.
It used to be
lumbago. That was the other one.
Oh, my lumbago. Yeah, I always remember these from movies.
What about I had this enormous goiter? You know,
goiter, yeah.
Right.
No, not again.
Nobody
Not
has
the goiter
anymore. What happened to goiters?
I always feel like you got to do it in a New York accent whenever you say any of these. My goiter.
My goiter.
Yeah, my goiter's hurting.
My goiter.
No, actually, my wife got me a bunch of clothes, and I'm thankful because if she didn't, I'd still be wearing the same clothes I had in high school, or at least trying to wear them. I don't know they did, but my son though scored me a couple of comics that didn't show up in time. So he put in this envelopes. He put these Xerox copies of these comics that I was allegedly getting, and
I do that all the time. Promise people artwork and just like write a coupon. And give them the coupon, then,
good for one piece of art.
Exactly, and then I end up, never doing the artwork.
Great.
Oh, sheesh! I offended Dad's Den of Pop Culture. I've been suffering from gout for the last 2 weeks. It's very real and incredibly painful.
Oh,
what is it? Well, what is it? How do you get it?
Please elaborate.
It's an
You're-
inflammation.
keep it away from us.
Wait, it's an inflammation of the what?
Your joints.
Well, how do you get do you get it from eating bad food?
Art
Like,
of
how do you
Roy
get?
says gout.
I want to avoid this at all costs.
It is a food thing.
Art of Roy says gout is a urine-related inflammation of the
Oh dear
joint.
God!
Okay, see now I don't. Then we already know too much now.
Yeah, see, I don't know if urine has anything to do with it. I think he just threw that in because it makes it creepier.
It's more disgusting.
I got urine in my joints.
No, no.
Got me the gout because I wear my underwear too tight.
Got the old urine joints, No, it is.
Oh, apparently we do now. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard a lot about measles and mumps and things like that anymore either.
What about elephantitis? That used to be a thing when we were kids, right? It's
Yeah.
Right, elephantitis of the balls.
Balls, I know.
Yeah, the ball. That's what we were all, that was the big joke, right? They'd show some like person in Africa or some place that had this, and they had this
Right.
huge foot, right?
They
And
had
go,
to show
"Elephantitis,"
it.
like,
Yeah, they're always at some, fourth world, fifth world location.
yeah, and they're like, what if that mosquito bit you in the nuts? Then what
Yeah.
happened? You know? That was the big joke.
Yeah,
right?
just a few inches further down, and you would have been an all-star. Fat Samurai says, I got gout in Tijuana.
Oh, what?
No, that's something else.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, it was that.
I
Yeah,
hate to break it to you. Yeah,
that's
that's.
what you told your
Yeah.
girlfriend. It's gout.
That's what he told the girlfriend? Is that right?
I was in Tijuana. I had a bad glass of tequila, and I got the gout.
I got gout riding a tractor.
It's from a toilet seat.
Oh,
From a donkey.
Oh no.
Okay, hold on. Gray Wolf Graphics is clearing it up
here we
once and
go.
for all.
uh-oh.
Okay, and hopefully this will put this gout issue to rest. Uric acid crystallizes in the joints. Since I've been doing
Yeah.
the carnivore diet, I've not had problems with it.
Okay,
There it
it's not
is.
urine; it's uric acid.
Yeah.
That's a big difference.
Leave it to Art of Roy to just leave out the details, right? And just kind of,
That's funny. Well, I mean, not that.
Well, Art
I
of
mean,
Roy's following up says, crazy name for a donkey, gout.
Yeah.
I got the gout. No, that sounds really painful. You have this uric acid crystallizing in your joints. That cannot be comfortable.
as
Kelsey,
long as
what
it's not doing it in your, urethra like the other crystallized thing. You know what I mean? What do they? Stones, kidney stones.
Kidney
I've
stone.
had plenty of those, man. So.
Have you? Oh god.
Yes.
How do you get those? Like, not that I want them. I'm just saying, like, how to avoid it.
Hey, how do you get some of those?
Yeah. How do I get me some of those?
Paul, I officially declared the gout topic ended, and he's elaborating, calling it the rich man's disease.
Ah!
Gout is the rich man's disease. I don't know. They have that. Like,
I don't know what that means, but that sounds funny.
No, I got kidney stones from Well, they never ran a test on mine because sometimes it's like too much salt. It can be a variety of different things that depends on what the kidney stone is made of. But I had like 8 or something, and it was.
So
no
do you
fun.
have to save them and take them and show them to your doctor?
Well, no, when they
Tell
take
us
them
more,
out.
Aaron.
No. Mine they had to go up in and take them out.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Never mind.
Yeah, and so.
Yeah, let's talk
oh,
about
then.
drawing. Let's talk about art.
We never talk about drawing when we're drawing. That's just.
It started.
We can talk about art. Somebody in the chat give us
Here we are.
interesting question that's not disease related. I brought it up, so I blame myself. I take responsibility.
As you should.
Man, Bugs Bunny is difficult.
You think?
Daffy Duck I've got down, but Bugs Bunny is harder than I thought.
What?
I said, whose idea was this anyway?
Yours.
I know what I
man.
wanted to ask you. Watching Star Trek the other day,
Oh, good for you.
and they were
Track.
is the episode with the 3D chess.
Yes.
And I wondered, since you're the Star Trek aficionado, did you ever play 3D chess?
I never did, but I wanted to.
It's not real. It's a TV show.
There's no such thing as 3D.
I did with my wife.
Really?
Whoa, hey now, that's private. I got Gary.
Come on, David, knock it off. But I never played it. It just seems interesting, and that's why I wanted to ask Aaron, because he's the Star Trek guy. I would assume, if you were completely nerded up with Star Trek, you would play 3D chess.
Well, if I had it available to me, I just know that Kirk was the only guy that could ever beat a Spock at chess, which I thought that was probably
that's like Bruce Lee, not being able to beat up Robin.
Right. Well, no, I figured that was probably an invention of a Shatner, so he wasn't, he never wanted to be dumber than Spock.
I was really into chess when I was a kid. My parents thought I was a prodigy.
Oh, really? I mean, that into it?
Yeah, I could play.
My parents thought I was a prodigy too, of all kinds of shit. We're amazing. Thanks, Ma. Oh, go ahead, Gary.
Exactly. I could play 10 people at the same time.
What?
And of
Are
course,
you serious?
He's got pictures.
I would lose every game.
Aaron, bring up the. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. All right.
Here we go. Oh, there's no picture there.
It worked anyway. Gotcha.
Yeah, Aaron started to sweat. He actually stopped drawing.
Yeah.
Well, I thought maybe you how Gary sometimes might bring a little extracurricular to the show. I thought maybe.
No, he's not. He's not doing any extra work.
No.
Aaron's the one doing minimal work this year. Isn't that what you said? Minimal?
Yeah, well, I'm becoming a minimalist.
You can do less work?
Less
everything. That's why I want Looney Tunes. I figured, I can be a minimalist. I can start the year off.
Yeah, speaking of that, I feel like, what were the other options? Because I feel like you stacked the deck a little bit. Looney Tunes and, Russian propaganda cartoons, or what was the other choices? Of course, everybody's going to pick Looney Tunes.
It's MGM cartoon.
What are those? I don't even know what those are.
Tom and Jerry.
Boring.
Like Woody Pecker. I mean, Woody Woodpecker.
Yeah. Okay, I remember those now. I used to watch those when Looney Tunes wasn't on.
Oh,
Yeah.
and Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss was another one. That would have been good.
Yeah, but I mean, there's only one Dr. Seuss cartoon that anybody really watches, and it was a Chuck Jones cartoon, right?
Yeah, right.
Oh, come on. You had the Lorax, you had I Can Lick 30 Tigers Today.
Are those computer cartoons? The ones they're making now, the Lorax?
No, this was you never saw the original Lorax cartoon?
I guess not. No. Horton Hears a Who?
Yes, there's tons.
Yeah, but not compared to
Horton doesn't give a fool.
Craig Smith II for $10. Thank you, Craig. Really appreciate that. He says, Aaron Lopresti, did you watch the 60s Johnny Quest series? I lived the 60s Johnny Quest series. I thought it was the best because I was watching it on Tubi. The 80s revamp sucked, but the 1996 version was good. I didn't see the 96 version, but I can't imagine anything comparing to the greatness of Johnny Quest from the 1960s. Absolutely.
Yeah, Aaron would
favorite
constantly
cartoon
get
of
into
all time.
trouble. His mom was always yelling at him for taking the towels. Aaron loved to play Haji.
Oh,
I
man.
never appropriated anybody's culture
Oh,
during the watching of Johnny Quest. I'm just saying.
Wussy.
Haji, yeah.
Take that culture with pride.
Haji was cool.
I did like Haji.
Sim Salabim.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Yeah, I still remember it. It's great. I used
Yep.
to love that show. Ray Bannon. I mean, everybody wanted to be Ray Bannon.
Yep.
Cool, tough guy, world traveler. Probably gets laid all the time.
it's
Even though I
funny.
didn't know what that meant back then.
Yeah, we didn't even know what it meant.
No, but
Lucky.
you knew it was something.
Yeah, when they said Race got lucky, it was like, did he win a card game? What happened?
Yeah.
It's funny how some conservatives were calling Mike Pence, oh man, he's Race Bannon. And then they saw what kind of person he was, and they said, you're not Race Bannon anymore.
No, they were saying he was race banning.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
That what it was?
There you go.
Pretty sure, right?
You might be right. I don't know.
All right, now that I'm done inking, I got time to go get a drink. I'll be back.
Well, I'm painting mine already.
Oh, really? No, you're not. Oh, shut up.
Dude, I'm
scared.
You almost had me.
If I can get Bugs Bunny's face right here, I'll be painting soon myself.
Ray Marsh is asking, have any of the Graybeards sketched any characters or scenes from the Irwin Allen era of science fiction television? Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, Time Tunnel, Land of the Giants, etc. We've talked about that, but it's not been a topic. But we've talked about.
Well, that's right. Yeah, we could bring back. I know some people had been begging for Star Trek villains, which did not catch on last time we tried it. But we could do like 60s adventure TV shows, sci-fi adventure TV shows. You could do or Star Trek villains, or the Man from U.N.C.L.E. And then of course everybody picked the Man from U.N.C.L.E. and we'd all be screwed.
Yeah. I used to love Time Tunnel.
I don't remember that show. I remember all these shows from the 60s, but that's one I don't remember.
Yeah, Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea was kind of, every story was the same, pretty much.
I love that show. It was like they had a werewolf episode, which is kind of corny, and then they had like there was always aliens or something going on.
But Time Tunnel is like they would end the show. They begin the show of them jumping through the portal, and then they'd end the show jumping through the portal, but we didn't know where they were going. And so it was like a continuing thing.
So, dude, this was like Quantum Leap, a precursor to Quantum Leap. Interesting.
Sweet.
I don't remember ever seeing that show.
Quantum Leap?
No, I saw Quantum Leap. I love Quantum Leap, but this Time Tunnel show. I don't remember.
Time Tunnel. No, I've never saw it when I'm too young for it when it came out, but
well, me
I've
too.
seen it since. This is Gary's favorite movie when he was in college. His favorite show.
Exactly.
Time Tunnel. I remember I was watching Time Tunnel when I was, I don't know. My brain just went. No, my brain just went like kaput because I was thinking about the coloring. I completely lost what the hell I was saying.
Citizen Ronan, Invaders.
I remember that. That was Aliens, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I used to watch Invaders. Yeah. That was a Quinn Martin production.
Yeah. Good old Quinn.
I think.
We had V. That was our big.
Was Mark Singer in that?
Alien. I think so. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, the Beastmaster.
Yeah.
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 Captain Bib 2 says, "What about Lancelot Link?
Secret
How does
Chimp."
Lancelot Link fit into our conversation?" Although I love Lancelot Link, it was hilarious.
How does it not? Yeah.
It was hilarious. Yeah, that's true. We should be talking about that more often.
You get a bunch of chimps chewing gum, and you can make them do anything.
Yeah, and the voices were just hysterical.
See, again, I don't know what that is, but we had BJ and the Bear. There's like an equivalent to any monkey show you had. I had my monkey show.
I remember BJ and the Bear.
These chimps would be dressed up in human clothes. They were spies, so they have trench coats and stuff like that, and they'd be driving sports cars and solving crimes.
Oh, that sounds way better than BJ and the Bear.
Yeah, it was.
Didn't they have you removed one of the sofa couches and they would go underneath and it would lead them down into their hideout?
Yeah, it was like Get Smart.
Yeah,
only with chimps.
Yeah,
yeah, it was great.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
See all the stuff you missed out by being born late. Real TV, man, real TV.
But they had really good voice actors dubbing over the chimps chewing gum.
Yeah. Well, and they did glue like sinister mustaches and stuff.
Oh yeah, the disguises. Yeah, the chips. Yeah, like Fu Manchu and characters
exactly.
like that.
Man, it was great when they were cruel to animals for our entertainment. Those are like great
days.
Good times.
No one cared. There was no PETA back then. Get in the way of good times. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I used to watch Mr. Ed, and they would, never once thought about how the horse's mouth moved or cared. Right, they were just sticking peanut butter in his mouth, right?
Probably that's what. Yeah. Well, I mean, come on. Why is that a bad thing? Guys getting free peanut butter all the time.
Yeah, he died of cholesterol.
Well, I'm on my way out.
How healthy is that to feed mass quantities of peanut butter to a horse? He wasn't eating anything else because he's full of peanut butter.
That was his entire diet was peanut butter.
Well, they started by sticking things in his butt, but they were really that is not sanitary. So
yeah, if it's in a balloon,
peanut butter worked a lot better.
Yeah. Did you hear Aaron? If it's in a balloon, it's okay.
Oh, jeez. He speaks from experience.
I just seen a few prison films. That's all.
Yeah. You ever see a prison movie, Tommy?
All right, let's go to the chat quick.
Yeah, we're out of topics.
Are movies about gladiators, Billy?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on a second. This guy's chat name is Parker Luck. What's that? Matt Bird.
Wow.
What a name.
Yeah. Do you remember Land of the Giants? Yes, absolutely. V was the equivalent of Star Wars on a television.
Yeah.
You're making two statements here. Land of the Giants.
Yes.
Now you're jumping to V.
Yeah.
V was equivalent to Star Wars on a television budget. Yes, true. That's why I hated it. But I did.
But Land of the Giants, on the other hand,
Land of the Giants, yeah,
quality entertainment.
Oh
It's
my
all
God.
perspective, right? Like,
Hey, you saw Alex Ross's Fantastic Four graphic novel, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And he used.
I mean, yeah.
No, I mean, well, no, I'm the same. I'm the same. I had the same reaction to it that you did, but he was using the lead actor from Land of the Giants as Reed Richards, and I sent him a message or something saying, "Oh, I love how you use. I can't think of the guy's name. It's Gary something, Gary Indiana, Gary. I can't remember. Was it Gary Lockwood?
Oh yeah.
Was that the guy?
That sounds right.
No. Gary Lockwood was the guy in the Star Trek pilot and also in 2001.
Who's the guy from Journey to the Center of the Earth?
Doug McClure.
Yeah, Doug McClure, right? It's not Doug McClure.
That's oh my gosh.
Doug McClure was in everything back then.
Yeah, it's always Doug McClure.
You are. Guess what, Kelsey?
My favorite. I love that guy.
Gary Conway. That's the guy. Gary Conway. Not to be confused with Jerry Conway, but it was Gary Conway. Anyway, so I sent him a message saying, "Oh, I like how you're using Gary Conway as the model for whatever," and no reply. Like,
He's like, who the hell is Aaron Lopresti?
I told him I was friends with you, David,
and he definitely said, "Nigga lover."
Henry Bemis is correcting you, Aaron. He says it's Gary Coleman.
There you go.
Wait a minute now. Yeah, you might be right. No, wait a minute.
Hold on a second. Angela Curry is going to take her nap, so we can let loose now.
Okay.
All right, good. What do you got, Aaron?
Is it nap time? We should have a 15-minute nap time where we all pull out our rugs and
now you can tell us more about how you know so much about prison life.
Okay, there you go. Well, I used to smuggle oranges in Mr. Goodbar.
Oh, hello.
The hard way.
There's an easy way to smuggle them, and there's a hard way to smuggle them.
Oranges, huh? Yeah, I don't think so.
This is hard.
Yeah.
I've got my rhythm going now. Look out. I'm already on my third drawing. What are you doing?
Henry, I have to read this. Henry Bemis says, "You guys can stop sucking in your gut now."
Oh, thank goodness. Oof. Did you guys ever go to those? Well, I guess they were all in California, weren't they? The Warner Brothers, was it art galleries where they had all those Chuck Jones, like he would do like they had original art from Chuck in there, and they had like cells and stuff like that were autographed.
I remember they had those when I was a kid and went to Disneyland. They had those for sale in the gift shops.
Now, are you talking about Looney Tunes or for McDonald's or for Disney? Right. I was like,
they had original art and original cells for sale.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When you were a kid, they just drew them at that point. So they were ready. That stuff was cheap back then.
It was.
That was when was this around? Do you remember? Like what time period was this?
90s.
Yeah, this is like when the Warner store started really picking up, right? Yeah. Where it was like in every mall.
The Warner Brothers store was awesome.
Yeah, you can pick up the cells, whether they're I think they even had the real cells in a lot of those shops. Because they had like thousands and thousands and thousands of those things. They're like, we got to get rid of these. I'm tired of storing them. Open up a shop in every mall across America and just sell them.
Man, that was like my favorite store to go into as an adult. I mean, it was just like, I got some of those statues. I still have that huge Batman bust from.
I got the Superman companion one to that too. Yep.
There it is.
Oh wow!
There it is.
They're on the ceiling.
Cool.
I had to stop going there because it was right across the street, and I'd almost waste my whole paycheck because they give all the Warner employees like 30 to 40% off.
Oh wow!
And so we were going
Lucky.
nuts. And then when they were going, it was almost like a going out of business type sale that they were having, and they had overstock in one of the places where they shoot in the warehouse. We were just like, we went nuts. Me and Jerome were in there. We were buying CDs that we didn't need, and countless pieces of clothes that we would never wear. But we were just like, it was too much. I said, I can't come here no more.
No, I was always, their statues were so cheap. Like that giant Batman one I just showed, it was $20.
Yeah.
Geek Avenger, different kind of bust.
Big buses.
I like these just random clarifications that
You could get those Alex Ross plates.
Yeah. Do they still do those? Is he still selling plates? Like, what does he do now?
They are. I think that thing went bust, man.
What does he do? Where does he go now? Like, because he's done everything, right?
Yeah.
Like, where do you go when you're?
He's consistently
his
still
level?
doing stuff for Marvel at the same rate that he's always got. And same for Dynamite pays his Marvel rate. All of they just pay his rate.
Well, I mean, artistically, like for him, I mean, because I watched the video where he was talking about that Fantastic Four thing, and he mentions that, like at some point, it's like, what do? You got to maybe move to new directions and things like that. I don't know. I really would love to see him stretch, and that's kind of why I was not so, or why I was so ho hum when you mentioned the Fantastic Four. It's because like when he started it, he said he was going to be like straight black and white art, and there's a lot of us who like his work who've been waiting for that. And then you get it, and it's like this kind of strange hybrid. I don't know. I felt like he chickened out.
Well,
I thought it was kind of pop artish looking. He was going for that kind of 60s Marvel poster vibe.
Yeah, it looked cool. Yes.
But the story that didn't work for me, or the artwork, I loved it, but it was the story that the problems.
I was ready for like something like a real, like his take of like doing a real comic, but I get the commerce of it. You can't really, you got to make it look cool.
You gotta give the kids what they want.
When we were,
they don't want Fantastic Four to begin with, so do something else.
I saw a page. I was on Comic Art Fans today, and they show eBay auctions, and some fool was trying to sell. He's claiming the last comic book art page of Fantastic Four, and he's trying to sell it for $4,000. I'm sorry, $40,000. And he didn't mention who the artists were, and I didn't recognize who the artists were. So it wasn't about the art. It was the gimmick that he was claiming.
How do you define that?
Marvel is never ever going to do Fantastic Four ever again?
Yeah, I mean, how is that the last page? I mean, if you said, "Oh, it's the last Kirby page," or "It's the last,"
it was just the last page of the series.
Yeah, of which series?
So that doesn't make it collectible.
No, it doesn't.
And he was asking $40,000 for it. It's like,
oh God.
Well, I sure wish.
Or best offer.
Had the contact seller link that I could go straight to the guy out.
Or best offer, $2 sold.
Yeah. I'm asking $40,000, but I'll take $5.
Yeah. You got the cash on you? Then yeah, we could do that.
We can make that happen.
Who was it? Steve Ditko? Was he like? Or no. Who's the guy that was always stealing artwork and selling it? Gil Kane. Gil Kane. Yeah.
Well, back on the Alex Ross thing, I have like all of this Alex Ross stuff. Like when we were buds, he would fax me all this stuff. early on. But he had a creator-owned project that he was going to do.
Wow.
That he was going to do this thing that was like as big as Kingdom Come, but he chickened out.
Whoa, that's awesome. Should we be showing that stuff? Is that?
I don't care.
Wait a minute, you got
I didn't
some of
sign I didn't sign a non-disclosure.
All right, note to self: get David to sign NDAs when showing him stuff.
Yeah. But
What is that for?
but some of it I helped work on. Some creator-owned thing that he wanted to do.
Oh,
But he also had a whole bunch of Earth X and Kingdom Come stuff that he was sending over for me to check out.
man. How do you get on that fax list?
Can you see this? I don't know.
Oh, hang on, I'll blow it up. Yeah. Hang on a second. Where did Gary go? Gary disappeared.
Like he was doing some kind of Alex Ross type thing at some point.
Oh, nice. Wow, what is this? Oh, this is more Alex Ross stuff?
Yeah.
Well, that's Sinestro.
Yeah,
This
this
is like
is
Batman
just
stuff.
other stuff that he was sending. I'm not going to show too much of his creator-owned thing. But it was amazing stuff that he was just sending over.
Golly. What's crazy is he does a lot of that stuff without photo ref, and then he uses photo ref for the painting. But it's like, what? Man, you're so good, just natural drawing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, I think that's a technique, they were taught in his probably commercial art school, right? And so that's just what he goes back to, is making sure it's perfect by using photo reference. It's kind of like, well,
Yeah, but it looks almost as good, if not, well, in my opinion, better in some cases.
right, because it's not posed. It's more natural when you're just drawing it.
Here's that one where he went over my drawing, but I can't show it. It has a phone number on there.
Everybody call him up. Should I let Gary back in?
Yeah, he's been in timeout long enough.
Oh, this is the Kingdom
I'm
Come.
having camera problems.
Yeah, some of that stuff made its way to our studio in the 90s too. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. He was getting passed around. He was getting passed around like a joint.
Yeah.
Hit
Henry
this.
Struan says, I could draw like that, but I don't have any talent.
Yeah.
So I could draw like that, but I hurt my back.
Yeah.
That's why I don't do it anymore.
Yeah, exactly. I would, but got this back problem.
But I personally think
If I wanted to.
his creator-owned thing would have been awesome, but
Well, still would. There's still time. Still time.
he won't do it.
That's a challenge.
I mean, I guess it is, but he's older. You could tell he's kind of downshifting. You haven't seen too many books he's done within that time.
Yeah, that's true.
He just did that Fantastic Four. I'm sure that took a lot out of him. And that was just pencils.
He should just do Western paintings.
Yeah.
You see
Wait a
so many
minute.
of these guys
That would
just
be
kind of,
cool.
yeah.
What do you mean that was just pencils? I thought that was inked.
No, I thought it was pencils. I thought it was just pencils.
No.
Was it inked?
Yeah, it was inked.
You sure?
It was either digitally inked or ink on the board, but it was inked. Yeah.
What are you talking about, the Fantastic Four thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, they show him in a video inking it.
Okay.
But it has like rough parts to it, like it's pencil with ink in it, right?
Well, yeah, you can take that black Prismacolor or whatever and, make those soft edges if you want. Give that dry brush look. And I used to do that all the time in commercial art. I never did it on a comic book. Well, actually, I did it. I did do it on a comic a couple times.
I've been doing it a lot lately. I enjoy it. I mean, it's like, why aren't we? Because
Well, you can reproduce it now.
right.
There's no reason not to.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see why people wouldn't have done it in the 70s, but
Tail Doom, name I'm not familiar with. Hey, Tail. He's asking, hey, you guys ever watch Chuck Jones draw? My brain exploded when I saw him draw Porky. No.
No.
I don't know that
You
I've
ever-
actually seen a video of him.
I saw him draw in person live. You want to hear the story?
Yeah, this guy.
Of course.
Okay. When we were at Warner Consumer Products, there was a special day where Chuck Jones came in, and we had him over on the lot where there was an open theater, and he was going to do a live drawing for us and do a talk
Man.
and explain his
Lucky.
history and all this other kind of stuff. And the thing is that we got there early, and he was showing up kind of late, and we're all sitting down, and it's like a theater, like a real movie theater type situation. And they had a table with the projection thing to go up, and all of the artists are all sitting in a row, and Jerome is sitting right next to me. My boss is sitting right next to me, and Jerome goes, "I bet you $100 you won't go up there and draw something." So, you know what happened, Gary.
easiest money you ever made, right?
And I go up there and I start, "Hello, everybody," and now all eyes
Like
are
you were
on
a
me.
schedule.
Yeah, and the executives up way above us, like the serious executives, are like, "What the heck is this? Who is this?" And I go up there, and I literally knew I had just moments just to get this out. And I said, "I'm here to show you how to draw Batman." And I drew a Batman like real quick.
That's hilarious.
And then I ran back to my seat. I said, "Where's my $100?" that kind of thing. And then everybody in the row was like laughing. But my boss, Frank Espinoza, just had his, face palmed in his hand. He was like, "Oh my God," because the executives were like, "Hey, what the heck? What is your artist doing?" And then Chuck Jones came.
Get control of your guy.
Yeah,
Right?
came in like literally like a minute later. Like I was like, "Woo!"
Can you imagine if you'd been up there and Chuck Jones stuck his head in and went, "Oh, I must be in the wrong place"? And
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
It was so awesome. So I got $100 and a drawing lesson from Chuck Jones. So it was awesome.
When I was at USC, he did a talk at UCLA with Ray Bradbury. And they were on stage, and Ray Bradbury was basically interviewing Chuck Jones about his career, and they were showing cartoons in between.
Wow.
So they'd talk for a while, then they'd show one of Chuck's cartoons. They'd come back and talk some more, then show another one of his cartoons. It was incredible.
Wow. And he's great. He was a great guy. And he had this thing where he couldn't have said what he said at that show today with the group of women that were in there.
Oh,
Because
boy.
he said, when you're drawing a woman, just think of a hippo. I was just like, dang.
Oh. Wow. That didn't register at first.
And then he drew it out and all this kind of stuff. And they just let it just slide right past. And
I wonder if that would work.
Wow. Just think about it.
Thinking that way. Think of a
Yeah.
hippo when you're
Think of a
drawing
hippo.
one.
Ry Wazaru says that you should have said you were Chuck Jones.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that would have been great. I'm Chuck Jones. I'm here to show you how to draw Batman.
Clearly, you guys don't know.
They'd be leaning over going, I think we got the wrong Chuck Jones. What happened?
The Angry Gamer says, "AA Ron, I finally got to read Bud Hunters over the weekend. I really hated it." Oh, I'm sorry.
What?
I really enjoyed it. Can't wait for Fear Hollow. The Headless Horseman is a great antagonist.
Thank you very much, man.
That was very different than I hated it. I feel like
See, that's what my mind filled in what I wanted it to say.
he meant to say he hated to see it end.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
He
there
wanted
you go.
more. He wanted more.
Yeah, thanks, Gary. Appreciate that. I remember it.
I know.
How much
I know
time we
you
got?
will.
What do we got?
Speaking of which, we've got 1 hour to go, gentlemen. So
All right.
actually 59 minutes if you want to be exact. Now, I'm going to take a moment here to share some of our, actually all of our campaigns, not just some of our,
Oh, wow.
but all of our campaigns. So we'll start with mine, of course.
Award winning.
Yeah, well, about to be
Campaigns.
award. It's soon to be award winning.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
One can only hope, and I'm that one. Okay, so guys, I have this graphic novel coming up called Kit Carter Planet Doom. It's 64 pages of raw space adventure. And when I say raw, I don't mean naked space adventure, but there's a hardcover, signed and number limited edition right there. There's also the soft
raw.
cover
It's hard.
with a
All
great
these euphemism.
with about a great mysteriously painted cover by Chris Stevens. His technique is beyond understanding for most of us. There's little Kelsey colors over my pencils and Matt Ryan's inks of our good friend Schmag.
Yeah, very, despite the name, it's a very cool piece.
And then Gary Martin's. This will be in the gallery section of the hardcover. The hardcover only will have the gallery section. The softcover will not. So, and colored by our own Kelsey Shannon once again. A little
Yay.
That's how you color, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
right. And this could be colored if Kelsey would finish it. This will also be in the gallery section. The book. You can get T-shirts. You can get a sketchbook. You can get a 14 by 36 insert movie poster of Kit Carter, Galactic Ranger. Who can save the universe before lunch? Well, only Kit Carter.
How's it, Aaron? How's the sketchbook going?
Huh?
The sketchbook, how's that going?
What do you mean? How is it going?
Are people adding it on? I mean, are they?
Oh yeah. It's doing well. Probably better in the campaign than it actually would be on its own. So
Yeah, good to hear.
Yeah, that might be the way to do it.
Well, it is. People like the add-ons, man.
Yeah, right.
Kit Carter laser etched shot glass. Look at all these stretch goals. David Williams trading cards by me. You can get the Garbage Man trade paperback, the Power Cube trade paperback. These are all add-ons. You can get Wraith of God 1 with the second printing with a new cover, or you can get Blood Hunters if you missed that. All 4 covers are still available while supplies last. So there you go. You'll find the description or let me try that again. You'll find the link in the description of this video. So you guys want to check that out, be greatly appreciated if you haven't already. Now let's take a look at David Williams's and Ethan Van Sciver's Fearsome. This is a preview book.
Are you showing it?
There it is. David, go ahead.
Yeah, get it.
Okay, there you have it. This has 11.
What a salesman.
This has the first 11 pages, correct?
Yes.
Plus.
And there's all those other things that you could get of Ethan's for Cyber Frog and wonderful gifts for people at a sale price that he's offering. And I think this is going to end pretty soon. So get in where you fit in. And this is a preview book that you won't. There's going to be stuff in the preview book that you won't get in the actual book, meaning sketches and process and all that other kind of stuff. Of the first,
it's like a collector's item.
You'll have like 11 pages of finished pages, and then the rest is, sketches and whatnot.
So there you go, you guys. That's on Indiegogo right now. Again, the links in the description of this video. Then we have, of course, Gary Martin's book that continues to climb the ladder of financial success, up to over $9,000 now.
Yeah, getting close to 10. And
It's,
I'm going to be wrapping this up shortly. The Jack Davis recreation that I showed earlier in the show, that's the last piece of artwork that I'm adding to this. So it's just a question of writing the captions and getting that edited, and then it's off to the printer. So this is the clock is ticking on this.
Make it happen for them, people.
Get in there and back this. Brush with Destiny, formerly Black Lines Matter. And there's some of the great, look at that. Gary got his neighbor to pose for him, and he was able to
one of his hoes.
Yeah. So,
hold that sword, bitch.
My girlfriend, yeah,
David
she's
Williams.
my girlfriend, and she's claiming that I'm stalking her.
Wow.
Well, she's not my girlfriend yet.
Yeah, but oh my goodness. So anyway, guys, check out. This is basically just splash or full page reproductions of black and white art by Gary Martin, and it's some really cool stuff. Some portraits, some recreations, just all sorts of good things and stuff. So you want to check that out.
The
And then
Frankenstein
finally,
piece behind me is also going to be included.
that Frankenstein piece.
Yes.
Ooh, baby, double page spread right there.
Yep.
So you guys get in there and back that. Finally, last but not least,
Maybe least.
well, probably now that I'm thinking about it, but
Yep, scribbles.
there it is.
We're in the home stretch. I'm getting this out to the printers like as fast as possible. People are starting to get antsy and starting to yell at me, and I don't like that. So we're just gonna go ahead and get it done. So if you want it, you better get it now because I'm sending it out to the printers and then out to ship out to everybody, getting it done, and then moving on. We got a whole bunch of other things coming out this year. I'm really excited to get to. So
That's right. And starting with this pair of goodies from the Star Wars girl right there. You can get this page in this book. So
I'm talking about Anna's goodies.
I'm just talking. Just trying to preview the book. So anyway, you guys, you can still back this, but for very short time. Same with Gary's. They're going to be going to the printer here very quick on these. So make sure you get in there and back. The link is for all of these campaigns we just looked at are in the description of this video.
Thanks, sir, everyone in the chat for sharing the links.
Yeah, thank you.
Really appreciated. Henry Bemis says, I backed Scribbles about an hour ago. I couldn't remember if I backed already. So maybe you're going to get 2 copies. Who knows?
Oh, sweet. Good job.
Yeah.
No refund.
Yeah, it's like, Henry, again, go back again.
No refund.
So, Kelsey, have you seen Godzilla yet? Have you gone?
No, not yet. No. I'm waiting for you to buy it and send it to me. This is my scam I got going on, you know.
It worked once.
People, they'll see how bad you want me to see it.
That's right.
No, I want to. I just like I just bought the Zoolander steel
very
book.
similar. That's very similar to Godzilla.
Yeah, so I'm a little preoccupied at the moment. No, I found it at the dollar store actually, so that's why I bought it.
Well, I believe.
When the Godzilla movie comes out at the dollar store, I'm gonna be all over it.
Are
you on the
Aaron, you have another super chat. It must boy, these people are throwing money at you like they missed last week.
When are we gonna host this on my channel?
And while you're looking at that, Kellraiser says, Gary, what about the Monster Mash piece? Yes, that is going in the book, absolutely.
Kelsey, are you on the preferred customer list at the dollar store?
Yes, I am.
Fox Mulder for $5 says, Aaron, have you decided what art will grace the back cover of Kit Carter? Thank you for the $5, Fox. I appreciate it very much. That's an excellent question, one that perhaps I can answer right now.
Is it the movie poster? Do you ever finish that?
Not yet.
Oh,
I'm going to though.
Oh, sorry. I thought that might have been what this was. I preempted you. Go ahead.
No. This is This is from our good friend Dan Lawless. This will be on the back cover.
Woo!
Oh yeah, good one. Is this the unedited version?
This is the edited version.
Oh, okay.
It's a family show, Kelsey. It's a family show.
Well, tell that to David.
I keep trying to
Give me the unedited version.
keep trying to get David to reel it in, but man, he's just out there.
I don't
Yeah.
give up about you.
See? He's
Hey,
watching
guys.
Netflix.
My
Take him out of
car,
the hood.
my car is in the shop, and my mechanic has been desperately trying to get a hold of me, and I'm getting nervous, so I'm going to cut out for a second and deal with this.
Get out.
All right.
Is this a prelude to one of your gags?
Yeah,
I,
I know, right?
I know. I was like, this sounded like a setup, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't know about this. I don't trust him anymore with this
I know.
stuff.
Let's see. Once Geek Avengers says hashtag Nipplegate. Here we go. Let's see. That's
Hey, free the nipple, all right?
Yes. Well, I
Dan
just
worked very hard on that.
I know that he put all the right on the nipples where he put all his effort, and I ruined it.
I just want to see how many times I can get you to say nipple in this episode.
Well, I mean, this is sort of an anatomical, word. It's not like it's
We're artists. We have to use the proper terminology of
exactly.
Nippulus Maximus.
That's Latin.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That language.
I'm doing a wacky painting, man. Mine looks like kind of like a kid did it almost.
Well, that's about par for the course, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like finger paint almost than what I'm doing.
Oh, well, I was going to go straight to paint, but I went and inked it instead because it's just a creature of habit, I guess.
You just need some contrast. Need some contrast up in the house.
Up in there.
Contrast in the house.
You could tell we're all in the deep zone here.
I know there's these moments of silence. It's like I'm feathering right now. I've got to be really quiet. I'm going to screw it up. Oh.
Now Gary's usually on top of this, reading the chat, but now, what are you doing?
Yeah, he's either preparing falsified photographs to make us look bad, or he's actually talking to a mechanic about his car.
None of us believe that.
So did you guys ever buy the well, they don't have them at the dollar store, so Kelsey probably didn't, but do you guys own the Looney Tunes DVD collection?
I own one of them. The golden.
I got all of them.
Well, good for you.
Well, they've got some of the war cartoons that are considered.
Yeah, you better get your hard copies before they disappear forever.
Well, they put a disclaimer on them, but they
really
have them in the collection. But I don't even know if they still got them in the collection or not. But there's a couple that they have just disappeared, like Coal Black and the Seven Dwarfs.
Do you still? Is that on your collection?
No, it is not.
It's on YouTube, though.
Yeah, you should be able to find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
All right, good for YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty outrageous.
I mean, we gotta laugh at some of this, right? I mean,
Yes, I agree. It's just like, come on, man.
I mean, granted, it's easier for me. I mean,
Hey, you know what? It's funny to black folks too.
that's what I thought. Okay, just depends on the spirit of it all, Like,
Yeah.
I'm laughing with you, David. With you.
It's like that Little Rascals episode I was telling you about.
Yeah.
Stunny throwing his black sweat on the wall. It's hilarious.
Oh,
Oh gosh.
Hey,
Funny.
man. Back in the day, anything for a laugh, right? There you go.
Not anything. Ask Dave Chappelle, man. He's getting it lately, man.
Oh yeah, he's doing it again, huh? They're like,
Yeah. He's quadrupling down.
yeah. I mean, like, do they not understand how people work? I mean, now he's going to do it just to piss you off.
Yeah, they shouldn't have said anything anymore.
Now he's going to make it way worse on purpose.
It's in his DNA to keep going.
Yeah, I don't know if you can stop him in this regard. I don't know. Which is just going to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
More the merrier. The more I haven't heard the new comedy or whatever, but
someone said it was great that watched it. I have not.
Honestly, everyone I've seen has been fantastic.
Yeah, it's funny. It's not as funny as the first two.
Yeah,
but it's funny. That's my honest opinion.
What's the one he did where he's in like a little tiny club? It was just like an addendum almost to the other show.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's just sitting on a stool in a club, having a cigarette. Yeah. Good times.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. Good times.
Well, someone then the same person, who was it? It might have been Andy Smith, said that who was it? Said that the Dave Chappelle thing was great, but the Ricky Gervais one not.
Oh. Not so good?
Yeah, that's what I think. Graham Nolan said that.
Oh, really?
Oh, I haven't seen it. Yeah.
Ricky Gervais one was not good.
I was never a big into his stand-up to begin with. He's been really funny, but he wasn't one that I like really jumped for. But
I only liked him on the award shows.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, he was great.
Yeah.
I was more of a Louis C.K. guy. Bring him back. I miss Louis C.K.
Well, he was funny, or is funny. He just, needs to keep his hands to himself or in his pockets. Or
he did keep it to himself. That was the problem.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is that a problem if he kept it to himself?
He had that weird ability to keep it to himself, but share it with everybody at the same time.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Hey, the people who he shared it with could have got up and left.
He's like, this is my dressing room. This is what I do here.
Yeah, he did warn him, right? So it's like, I go, well, all right, I'm out. Thanks for the warning. I don't know that
Oh my God, but he was
around for that.
He would always continuously make me laugh in horrible, uncomfortable ways that were so perfect. Like the whole time machine, race and time machine, like how white people can go back to like any time in history and there'll be like a table waiting for them. Here you go, sir. Welcome. But how black people can't do that. But they can go into the future where we'll have a harder time because we're going to pay for this shit. That's what I'm saying. I just thought that was funny. Go back to any time period and there'll be a table waiting for you. Oh, right this way.
Oh, that's great. All right. Spent too much time drawing this thing. Let me start inking.
How can you spend too much time? Remember, you just said at the beginning of the show, that we're. I said I'm going to go the easy route, but you're going to go the hard route. So
yeah.
What's the hard route? What do you mean?
Putting effort in.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, 100%.
I'm all about hacking in the new year. That's what.
I'm doing my fair to Midland job.
I'm going to stick right in the middle of the road where I've always been.
Yeah, nice and safe.
Nothing to see here, folks.
Like you always say, it's only a sketch.
That's right. Come on,
unless
guys.
it's good.
Sketch.
Unless it's good. Unless it's good, of course.
I remember speaking of Looney Tunes, which we really weren't, but I was at a show, and it was a Wizard Con in Philadelphia, and there was some guys there that were animators at or character designers or whatever at Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers had a booth, which I thought was pretty interesting. And so you could go get one of these animators or designers, whatever, would do a sketch of, your favorite Looney Tune character, right? But they were not, how should we say, there was no individual personality to them. They're all like right on whatever the contemporary Warner Brothers
They
model
sucked.
was. Well, no, but
Oh, okay.
it wasn't like getting something from Chuck Jones, or like back in the day, they were on model, but they all had their own individual style incorporated into, like the Bugs Bunny cartoons, depending on who directed it, looked different.
Right.
McKimson was different. Chuck Jones was different. Freeling was different. Arthur Drake looked like McKimson because he worked for McKimson, just kind of like Ben Washam. I don't know that Ben Washam ever directed a Looney Tune, but he did some of the stuff in the 60s that Chuck Jones produced, like the Grinch and stuff like that. And they all look like Chuck Jones because that's who he worked under his whole life. But those main guys, they had their own personalities. And these guys at Warner Bros., they all drew exactly the same. And I kind of sat there and I went, if I took 6 months and just did this, I could master this easily. And so I did. I took it upon myself after that point to do it. And then once I did it, I was like, okay, time to move on. I proved I can do it. And
what, the Chuck Jones style?
yeah, well, I didn't adopt. Yeah, I did. I got a bunch of model sheets, Chuck Jones model sheets, and started just working on getting the feel for, if I was an animator for Chuck Jones.
Yeah.
And I think it's a lot like doing portraits, right? If you don't do portraits all the time, it's really, really hard to, because we're so used to drawing just out of our head, and drawing what you see is a different sort of thing. But if you spend the time and just really focus on doing it, you can kind of get control of that and do it really well. And so I just kind of challenged myself to kind of master that Chuck Jones style. When I say master, I mean just do it. So I can do it consistently.
Tell those bill collectors to quit calling while you're on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't help it. I'm like a mimic. If I'm looking at something, I'll start drawing like it.
Yeah, does it stay? I mean, yeah, if you're looking at something, but can you just get it to a point where someone says, hey, can you do, like a Chuck Jones Daffy Duck?
Yeah, that takes work. Yeah, definitely. To just do it out of your head.
But I kind of wanted to just prove to myself, you know what? This is doable. It's all sort of a, and
did you prove yourself wrong?
I did, and then I went up and mocked those guys later. I said, you know what? I learned to do what you're doing in 6 months, and now I'm
this wasn't so hard.
Yeah, who do you think you are?
Losers.
Exactly. And then I went and begged for work from Marvel and didn't get it.
Try comics.
Yeah.
Think you're tough? So funny. Most animators or people, animation designers or anybody working in the animation field, even video games, they want to do comics. And I'm like, well, I would love a nice cushy job where I could design like one character and or like how do you draw a pickup truck in animation? That's your job. That's what you did that week. You designed a pickup truck for animators. I'm like, that sounds like the greatest job ever. Why would you want to draw comics where you have to draw that truck, in 100 different ways? I guess they do too, don't they?
It's like calling out an
model
animator
sheets
and saying, you're a wussy. Why don't you try drawing a comic for hardly any money?
Yeah, exactly.
For months on end.
Yeah, I mean, it's the real bread and butter animator types, though. Like I met a few of those that worked, and they would measure like their output in feet of film. Oh yeah, I did like 50 feet of film this week or whatever. It was crazy. So I mean, you think they don't even count how many. It's like hundreds of drawings. So they don't even count in drawings. They count in like feet of film, or at least they used to. I don't know. They probably don't do that now. no film.
Well, I'll bet money there was like, because those, like when they were doing those shorts and stuff, you know, I don't know how long those cartoons were, probably like 5-minute shorts. I don't know. The Looney Tunes stuff. It was like, I'm sure that's how they did it. It's like, you know, we got to do 10,000 frames, you know, or we need, you know, however many feet, 24 feet a second, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's like, yeah, I got to do 200 feet of film that, you know, this week or something. I mean, that's probably what they thought, you know.
Well, that's how these guys were. That I mean, they were used to work with Don Bluth and stuff, and they would always be measuring in feet. That's funny to say. We measure in pages; they measure in feet. I'm like, okay.
Well, that's true. I mean, we do, don't we? It's kind of like no one asks you like, how many comics did you do? You go, I got 4 pages done this week, you know, or I got 20 pages this month, you know, and they're doing the same thing. Yeah, I got 200 feet done.
That's crazy. Yeah, I try not to look at how many pages now. It's like, how many books did I do this year? That's I think it's a much crazier metric to work by. Oh, I did like
when you start counting up the books you've done over your whole career, that's when it gets kind of crazy.
Oh, I've done a couple hundred, I think.
Well,
are you saying you shouldn't do that? I guess I just I've looked.
No, it's amazing when you sit there, because I've been doing this for like 30 years, right? And I got Xerox copies of every page.
It adds up.
And I got them in little binders, and I've got rows of bookshelves full of stuff I've done, and I'm just like, wow.
Have you ever? I mean,
why am I still broke?
Have you gone? Yeah. Have you gone to the like comic book database or whatever and seen, because it'll add up how many titles you have? Like, I think I have like 200 and something at this point.
I never really trust that they have everything though, because I'm constantly having people come up to me.
Those are some nerds that are very thorough.
Yeah. Well, they have everything, but that's the problem too, is that sometimes they'll include reprints or reuses of your cover you've done. So sometimes that number could be a little over inflated where you're, you know, but I don't know. I saw that they were pretty thorough with it. Seemed good to me. I'll take 200 and something.
Well, don't you ever?
It's not bad.
Don't you ever get shows where people bring up they got a stack of books or several books and whatever, and you start signing them, and you go, wait a minute, I didn't work on this. And they go, oh, it said in the database you did, and I'm like, well, the database is wrong, friend.
I get credited for books that I'm not even in.
That's what
I'm like adjacent to, or I've worked something on some aspect of it or whatever. But I'm like, I don't care. It's my credits now.
This guy, there's guys that go to the cons that have like these little roll-on suitcase things that they bring all their comics for people to sign.
Right.
And this guy came up to me and he had his whole, you know, comic database printed out of mine and stuff like that. And he had me sign all of these ones, and I would tell him which ones I did do and didn't do. And I said, well, I didn't do that. And they said, it said you did. And I said, I flipped through the whole thing. And yeah, I didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying the numbers could be skewed, Kelsey. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I think in my case, there's another David Williams that goes by Dave. That's why I tell people in my books or on my checks, don't put Dave, you know, because there's another Dave Williams out there, but he's in England, you know.
Oh, I was about to say, I wonder how much money he's made off you. I keep getting these checks.
Yeah, right.
My name is David, not Dave.
Probably happened.
Yeah.
Probably happened.
I'll never break into the American industry as long as they get my name wrong. He's a proper British gentleman.
He's all, why do they keep treating me like a I mean...
Oh.
Only here on Graybeard'S, folks. Can you get the sort of
it's all part of the show.
part of the show, folks. Don't be alarmed. It's all part of the show. I'm pretty sure Graham Nolan told me that he's gotten Kevin Nolan's checks or vice versa.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, he should have
Yeah,
kept Kevin Nolan's.
Well, I'd always look. You'd see it would be Now Land or No Land.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even spelled the same, but well.
Right. That's how I used to tell them apart. I was like, oh, this is Now Land. Oh, no, this is No Land.
Yeah. I used to think it was a Mandela effect with Kevin Nolan's name. I'm like, how am I spelling this? Wait, was it always like this? You know?
Right. Isn't it Now Land with a D? No, it's no D at the end, right?
It's
it's NOW.
Yeah, now.
And
LA,
Graham
Now
is
Land.
W.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His is No Land, like Nolan Ryan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's
exactly
how you
it.
spell it. Jeez.
That's how you spell it.
How much time we got? Are we?
I'm getting, I'm almost done inking and I haven't started coloring yet, and I'm a little pissed at myself because we have 29 minutes.
I'm just about there. I want this like bright blue glow, but I can't. It kind of goes into that green a little bit.
Do
Can't seem to
you
get that?
ink anymore? Or do you go straight to painting?
No, I inked it, but I just used this little pen, just the zebra pen. Just did it really quickly.
So you hacked through it, is what you're saying?
Pretty much, yeah. I'm just trying to get it done in like a cool way, so it looks okay.
I just wanted to. Well, Gary, did you get that straightened out there?
Well,
Uh-oh.
worst case scenario,
They got to rebuild your engine.
you bring the vehicle in for a minor thing, and they're telling me about
10 other things.
Oh, geez.
misfiring valves that they have to keep it for like at least another week.
Oh my goodness.
Really?
Oh yeah, not. We'll see. To be continued.
Oh, that's why I never take my car in for service. Screw them all.
Gary,
That's a pretty serious thing if it's what they say it is.
so chat, Gary is open for commissions.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Jack Davis piece is available.
Yeah.
It wasn't, but it is now.
Oh man, I hate that car business.
Oh, speaking of open for business,
David, are you inking with a ballpoint?
No, it's just one of the pit pens,
He couldn't get enough of it.
but it's in color.
Okay.
I now own this.
What?
Woo!
Oh, nice.
There it is.
Dang.
And I even paid for it.
See, you can clearly see what I was showing you. The rest of the image below the bust line. Oh no! Oh, you cut it off. Oh,
It got cut off. Yeah, somehow.
Yeah. So Aaron doesn't have any money, so we're doing a trade. So Aaron, when you're done raking the leaves, I want you to clean up the gutters.
I got to cook dinner for him for a month. It's just
quality trade. What you're
yeah,
saying?
the old colonial days of okay, I'll dig dirt in your yard for an apple pie.
It's a barter system.
Aaron,
I like those days. We can do that.
Yeah. Is that more impressive in person, Aaron?
It's pretty amazing, actually. It when you sit there and go, "Wow, this is almost as good as something I would have done," then you really. No, it is. This is a great piece. This is one of my favorite pieces Gary's ever done, and I'm not just saying that because my character, but
Because he's in the room.
yeah, no. I mean, it's just like I'm a big Frazetta fan, and there's all those elements in there that the little. Who started this machinery? Was it Wally Wood or Frazetta?
Yeah, we've had that discussion before. I think it was
Got to be Wally Wood. Really?
Frazetta. Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Frazetta was the man, and everybody, wanted to be him.
because those famous funny covers were like 1951 and 52, I think, which would have predated Wally Wood's work.
Oh,
at
wow.
EC.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I think Wally Wood's first work was in that Mask of Fu Manchu comic, which that was Avon, and I want to say that was 52. So
Okay, there you go.
So they were right. I'm gonna look actually, find out what year that was. Not that I have time to waste.
Clear that up.
Good work, Gary. Yeah.
Yeah, clear that up once and for all, because
let's find out what's the answer here.
Frazetta, but we haven't made that definitive. But I mean, you look at what Frazetta was doing back then. It's not like he was experimenting with those, background, those science fiction backgrounds. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah,
but where does he get it from? Like, how did?
Yeah, I think he made it up because I don't know anyone else.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. Let's see, what year were these?
Because Al Williamson was doing that, and who else?
All right. Okay. Well, the
Forrest
Famous Funnies was 1954. Okay. So let me see when that. This doesn't necessarily answer the question because.
Wood's early work was not polished like it became. So, right. Yeah, I mean, his stuff was a lot looser and a little more. So I can't see how Wood would predate what Frazetta was doing. Okay,
well, Wally Wood's very first work was Mask of Fu Manchu #1, which I have, by the way. That was 1951 for Avon, but he wasn't doing, like, you'd have to take a look at Spirit in Space, right? Didn't he do those for Eisner?
But when was that?
Yeah, I'm going to find out right now because
he worked on Spirit. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh man, bring that up. I want to see that.
Yeah, those are amazing. Wood painting Eisner.
Well, maybe I have seen them, but didn't know that. Yeah, okay. I remember the image. What?
Kitchen Sink reprinted those.
Didn't Wood do the whole thing?
No. Those are over Eisner's pencils.
All right, here's one of them right here. I'm looking for the
or his layouts, I should say, his layouts.
Hang on. There you go. There's one of them right there.
Damn.
Okay, so what?
Every page is like that.
Wow.
And that check this out. This was 52, Gary.
This was
Hollywood predated. So
this was 52.
There you go.
Maybe Frazetta ripped off Wally Wood.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Lousy.
Someplace.
Wow.
Lousy so-and-so tracer.
That's good, though. That's good to know that Frazetta wasn't everything to everybody.
Because look at this, Gary. This is clear.
What a hack.
Look in this panel 4 right here. Look at that grid in there.
Yep.
That's the same stuff that Frazetta used on that cover, which he did in 1954.
Aaron, you are on to something.
Wow. You're all Dark Knight Detective up in this, bitch.
Well, look at panel 3, the left side of it with the same thing. Yeah.
Back and to the left. Back
see that,
to the left.
Bolts on that round door.
Yeah.
Look at Frazetta's. Same round door.
Smoking gun.
Yep. I think the bolts and everything. Yep. Frank.
You're done, Frank. You're done.
Would he have do you think he would have even admitted it, though?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Now I respect
him. He might have. Yeah, I took that from Wally. That is pretty good.
Well, Aaron, you cracked the case.
I did. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I am now a private detective and comic book artist.
He went all Columbo on you.
You'd have to find some mechanical stuff that Frazetta did prior to 1952, but true. I don't think it exists.
So
it's in a. Go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I was going to say, Aaron, now my piece is tainted. You should rip it up.
Do it on camera.
Not after I just paid for it, right?
No, there's got to be like some memo somewhere that says, or some bar napkin where Wally's like, "Hey, how the hell do I do these backgrounds, Frank?" And Frank's like, "Oh, you just do them like, oh."
Exactly.
It's got to be some sort of bar, just little.
I don't
scribbles
think
somewhere.
Wood and Frazetta hung out. He hung out
No.
with Angela Torres and Al Williamson, those guys.
Let me show you my new gun. Oh,
Yes. Yeah.
You want to go for some baseball, Wally? No.
Yeah, Wally was not the sportsman. Although he did have a impressive gun collection.
He ended up using on himself, didn't he?
Yeah, I would have like hung out with Wally. So like Wally, I wasn't the sports guy either. I wouldn't have been hanging out with the Flegel gang.
Well, now
those are like the jocks,
Yeah,
Angelo Torres, didn't he draw almost exactly like Frazetta?
he tried to.
Yeah.
He was like the Kaluta of the studio bunch.
And I know Williamson he just had Frazetta ink him a couple times.
Yeah.
But he was kind of a Frazetta, Alex Raymond type.
Yeah, I mean, they were all influenced by Frank.
I don't know if I would have been comfortable in the studio either with their like Civil War cloaks and whatnot that they were always wearing.
Yeah, Bernie wearing
Skeletons.
his.
Yeah. I don't know if I would have been doing my thing either.
18 minutes. But who's counting?
Someone.
I got to get my watercolors out. My dime store watercolors I got that Kelsey
You should have.
talked me into getting. Well, actually, David Williams talked me into getting, and I keep using them, but I can't stop complaining about them.
Wait, I didn't talk you into getting some cheap stuff.
David, your voice went up.
Wait a minute.
No, you said go to Hobby Lobby, man, and pick up some paints there. And that's what I did.
Oh, okay. But I didn't.
They don't
think
make
you
them
got
like
cheap ones.
they don't make them like they used to, I guess.
Aaron, just inside is saying, what was that Kit Carter bust drawing Aaron showed? It looked awesome.
That's by Gary Martin, and it's gonna. If you want to see that in the book, you have to get the hardcover because that'll have the extra art gallery in it that the soft cover doesn't have. So there, that's
okay. I thought I missed something. I see you talking about my piece. Aaron, do it.
Check previous episodes of Graybeard's for
That's
the rest of that image.
Exactly. Well. Okay, so here's this $6 paint set. And I got to get my $3 brush so I can match Kelsey. $3? He's like, I paid $1 for mine.
No, for $3, I got like 10 of them. I don't know where you're shopping. One brush.
Where are you shopping?
Yeah, they come in bulk, Aaron. Jeez.
What fool would pay $1 for a bride?
All right. Well, I think I'm done. I mean, I could keep. Well, I mean, I'll
keep ruining it.
Yeah,
might as well. That's what you do. It's be consistent. It's the new year. Although it's New Year, you might want to try something different.
That's
Stop
working
and
for me.
Not ruin it.
Thank you, Justin Side. Appreciate it.
Where's my lighter?
Is that your fail safe now, Kelsey?
Maybe.
What would happen if I lit this on fire?
This is looking okay. It almost looks like some of Chuck Jones's like little paintings that he was doing like towards the end. They're real like chunky, and I actually liked them quite a bit.
Very
like,
stylized.
Yeah. I really enjoyed those.
Like do Chuck Jones forgeries, make some money.
Hey, maybe, yeah. The Chuck Jones eBay page. It's official. Trust me.
I was watching a clip from Pawn Stars, and this guy brought in a painting that. What was the guy's name? I'd never heard of the guy before, but he was a Belgian painter, and apparently he did a lot of Salvador Dali forgeries, and but he also painted his own stuff. And now his forgeries of Dali are almost worth as much as Dali's paintings are.
How crazy is that?
I was about to say, I mean, if you do a good Dali, that's why is that any less good than Dali? I guess because it's a forgery, but you know.
Well, he wasn't. Yeah, but he was doing it. He was doing it for Dali, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Right? You know, like ghosting him or something, I guess. But anyway, so he did his own
That's
painting.
funny. He was the Thomas Kincaid of his day.
Was he just doing recreations, or he was actually ghosting for him?
He was ghosting for
Okay,
him.
that's different. That's different.
That's different.
That's just like those people who did Batman art that Bob Kane would sign.
Oh, I thought you were going to say those guys that worked for Gabe.
Well, yeah, Kincaid.
Damn.
Yeah. He had a whole army.
Well, okay, but so what happened was they bring in this painting. This guy brings in the painting into the pawn shop, right? And it's by this guy, but it's signed by him, so it's like it's his own thing, right? And but they weren't sure if it was authentic or not, and so what they did was they brought in this painting expert, and he was like, look, everything looks right. The signature looks right. He goes, but the only thing that matters is there's apparently this committee in Belgium that authenticates this guy's paintings as either being real or forgeries. And that's the only way you can get an absolute guarantee that the painting's authentic if they give you
It has to be bona fide by this committee.
Right.
Wow.
And so Rick, the Pawn Star guy, he says, look, I'll take a chance on this because he goes, I'm 90% certain it's real. So he said, I will give you $10,000 free and clear to this guy.
Wow.
And I'll take all the risk and go to Belgium and get it verified. Or he says, you can let me have it. I'll take it to Belgium. And if it's authentic, I'll give you $400,000. But if it's not, you get nothing. And so the guy took the 10 grand. So him and Chumley go to Belgium, which I thought was
oh, geez.
and to get this thing authenticated, and it turns out it was a fake. So, so this guy that made a living aping Dali, someone forged his painting.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So
yeah,
I guess there's a lot of that stuff going around, and those expensive French painters everybody gets forged, and you really got to be.
You're only somebody if somebody's forging you, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's when you've made it, right?
You've made it in the forgery business if someone's forging you.
You're such a good forger that people now are forging.
Oh, this is a forgery of the master forger so-and-so. Yeah. I can tell his forgery technique.
That's a double forgery.
Yeah.
Bill Weiss is bringing up a forgery film, How to Steal a Million. I agree. It's a great movie.
I got Alec Guinness in it?
Oh, yeah.
Or am I thinking of something else?
Alec Guinness. No, it's who's the main guy in that? That's
Steve McQueen, maybe?
No.
Oh, I don't remember.
Mitchum, Robert. No, so it wasn't Mitchum.
Don't remember.
I don't know how many Mitchums there are, other than
It's somebody like that, though.
Bill, do you remember?
Yeah, Bill, don't be bringing up crap like that if you can't give us the info on it.
It's Audrey Hepburn, though. I think is the.
Was it George Peppard? No, that was Breakfast at Tiffany's, right?
No, that's not what I mean. Like every time I hear Breakfast at Tiffany's, I think of Andy Rooney playing a Japanese man. It just pops into my head. I can't help it.
Gordox says Peter O'Toole and Audrey Hepburn.
Peter O'Toole, yeah, okay.
All right.
It was Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only reason I remember that is because Robert McGinnis did the movie poster.
Now, what about a McGinnis forgery?
That would be tough.
Good luck. Get you some egg tempera. Are we going to try that?
Oh my gosh, we have got to try that.
The egg tempera day.
Yeah, we've got to try it.
What does that actually do? It's just a medium?
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
just gouache in the end, but it,
Yeah,
it's
you
like
take-
the
you
way the
basically-
old masters did it.
Yeah, you take that powdered pigment and then you just add an egg, man, and go for it.
I mean, but why would you do that? I mean, he didn't say why in the little video that was circulating around. He just says he.
Well, I think that's how he learned to do it because that's how. I mean, the guy's 90 some years old, so when he was in art school, it's probably like what in the 50s or
Yeah,
something.
that was yeah.
Well, I think that's a much older technique. That's like old.
Right, I mean, old, but they used to teach that stuff in art schools, right? The way the masters did it.
Yeah, they go out in the woods and forage for paint.
Yeah, for pigment, flowers, different things that can have pigment in them.
Right.
Grind
Man.
up their own pigment.
I wonder if the originals smell like fart.
Why?
Like
Oh, because of the eggs?
Yeah.
Smell.
That's funny.
Broccoli, put a little broccoli.
Brussels sprouts.
Fart
It's a
smell of
healthy
steam.
painting. Oh my goodness.
A healthy painting, yeah.
Should have made okay, we've got like 9 minutes. I should have just blacked in his coat.
Oh, I neglected to mention NPC Oasis is already bidding on your piece, Kelsey.
Oh, yeah?
$50 confirmed.
Okay, $50
Start.
confirmed.
It might be a finish.
We'll have to hold that over for the
Yeah, we should do an auction here in the new year, shouldn't we?
for the auction.
Yeah, nobody bid on Kelsey's leg lamp.
Yeah. So there's a lot of people. That's going to be a war. I don't know. That could be the new manga, though. I ain't going to say nothing. Whatever.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. You just put the jinx on it.
I probably should. Shut up is what I'm
So I don't know if that would help or hurt if I announce that I'm going to bid on it.
Yeah,
But I
somebody's intentionally going to outbid you.
Exactly. Run it up.
Well, I'm trying to do it up nice and get those dogs nice and wrapped up. I'm gonna have to pick. We've done a lot of these. I have to maybe I'll do a little gallery showing before the next one and see if
Graybeard'S gallery showing. There you
well,
go.
yeah, and maybe I'm gonna sell 3 of these. Which ones maybe have a vote of which ones go up, or I could just choose, I guess. But I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Don't trust the voters. They'll lead you astray.
Yeah, they'll want me to put up all the manga ones.
You saw that guy on the bike, or did you actually get rid of that one?
Trust us, Kelsey. Oh no, Gary bought that.
Oh, that's right. For what, 20 cents or something?
Yeah.
It was
I
a
don't
deal.
care, as long
It was,
as long as
it
it had
was
a home.
deal. Yeah, I stole it.
You can get Kelsey's manga for 20 cents on the dollar.
I tell everybody that buys one, look, buy it and sell it for twice the price. I mean, see if you
Makes
can.
you look good.
Huh?
Makes you look good when your stuff shows up on eBay and sells for twice.
Exactly. I'm not. Yeah. No dummy. Yeah. If my stuff's selling for more, and if you can double your money, do it. Shoo.
Shoo.
I mean, some people used to have a real problem with that. I think that was what's his name? Michael Golden's whole thing, where he's upset that somebody was selling it for twice as much. I mean, if you can sell mine for twice as much, by all means, good luck. Then I'm gonna sell mine for twice as much after that.
Right. Well, that's the thing. It's you get out of it what you want, and then if someone else does better, you're like, okay, well, no, now I know they can raise the price or something.
Honestly, I just want to have artwork out there and people's walls and people like it. And I don't know. I've done so long on digital. I get such a thrill that anybody'd want to have any of these originals. So that's that and the money. I'll take the money too.
I still do that. Anytime anybody buys something of mine, it's like the ultimate compliment.
Yeah, I get a kick out of it.
Well, absolutely. Somebody reaching in their wallet, it's that's way better than a Facebook
I have a very few original art pieces, and each one has a bit of a story and is kind of important to me in my own way. And I probably will never sell them. I got my favorite one, of course, this favorite story is doing push-ups in the middle of a convention for a Dave Johnson piece. Because I was like, I just went up to him and he was selling artwork, and I was like, I don't have any money, but I want one of these. What can I trade you for?
You actually said, I don't have any money, but I want one.
Yeah, and I was like, what else can I trade you?
Yeah, I would have called
can I do?
security if you would have done that to me.
No, but it's Dave. So, I mean, Dave, he just thinks about it. He's like, how about 20 push-ups? And I was like, deal.
It took him an hour and a half to do 20 push-ups, but he did it, by gum.
And, I was a lot more fit back then. I did 20 push-ups pretty easy, but I don't know if he was making that correct judgment taking a look at me then. I don't know. I just think he was seeing if he could make somebody do push-ups in the middle of a convention, and I was brave enough to do it, so I got the piece.
Hey, for original art, man, I'd have done it too.
Yeah, it's great. It's a I'll see if I can dig it out sometime. It's one of those for David Mack's book, the Kabuki, where she has got one of those characters that have like robot arms and stuff in that old school Dave Johnson style.
Yeah,
you know, back when he was doing in like the 90s, I guess.
Yeah.
I love that stuff. Yeah. I'll do push-ups for any of his other stuff too. What you got? Any Super Patriot? I love that stuff. I could do like 10, maybe 10.
I love how you backed it off a little bit. I could do
10. 10 push-ups over a 3-day con. I can do that.
I'll do 5, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Let me rethink this.
I've reassessed, and
yeah, seems like the only thing I have available is 1, maybe 2.
What can I get for 2 push-ups?
What can I get for 2?
2 push-ups.
You get my laughter in your face.
Well, I've told the story that Rick Magyar Gary Smith story, right?
Aaron, before you tell the story, what's the clock situation?
Gary, quit worrying about stuff. Jeez. So Rick Magyar, when he's a teenager, goes to this con in New York, and Barry Smith is there, and he says, can I get a Conan sketch? And Barry Smith's like, yeah. And he was sitting next to whoever he was sitting next to, Wrightson or whoever, and he was chatting away while he was drawing. And he stops and he goes, wait a minute, how much money do you have? And Rick goes, $20. And he goes, here, it's done. And gave him this half-drawn Conan.
Oh, this is like a tale as old as time, this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm finished.
So funny. Just having to be done.
$20? Hey, just finished.
Aaron.
Yes.
Super chat.
Oh. We have 2 minutes, give or take.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to take because I need more than 2 minutes. The Vespa guy for $5. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that very much. Says, Hail Graybeard's best drawing stream on the interwebs. Mostly commenting to slow Aaron down a bit while he reads this, though. Sabotage.
Well done, Vespa guy.
Yeah,
excellent.
Vespa guy knows what's up.
Yeah.
Good work.
It's diabolical sabotage. No, if I can get a couple more minutes, because I only have to do Bugs Bunny, and he's just gray, so that can't be that hard, right?
Kelsey, I have a message from Jimmy Reyes. He says, thanks, Anna.
Oh, word.
Anna loved it.
Awesome.
Hey, Jimmy, by the way.
Anna loved it. What did she love?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah, actually we would. That's what we're asking.
That's why I asked.
So I want to know.
I don't know if he wants me to say. I don't know how private it is.
Oh, now it's getting even spicier.
No, I sent him a painting.
Of these?
Special painting commission for his wife. You know.
Oh.
You can imagine.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the other Anna.
Captain Bibtu says Kelsey sent her a loaf of bread.
No, that's Narwhal's game. Narwhal
is sending bread in the mail.
He is. I actually commissioned one. He said he had something to send me, and I was like, as long as you send me one of your loaves of bread with it.
How was it stale by the time it?
I don't know. I'm kind of curious. That's why I want a loaf of narwhal bread. And
all you have to do is, Gary, you can put that in like plastic bag and seal it, and it'll, probably stay fresh for a while.
Okay.
I'm curious. I want to see for myself.
Aaron, put your brush down. You've got another super chat.
You guys, I'm trying to finish this, but I'll take your money. Let's see here. Boop to do.
Vespa guy again.
Vespa for another 5. Thank you, sir. Is it working? Did I do it how you wanted, Kelsey? Really just commenting to distract Aaron again.
Yeah, good work.
Kelsey's got this elaborate plan he's worked out with guys.
I'm
The checks in the mail.
Motif here, but Kelsey's the timing on this is suspect.
I have operatives everywhere.
I'm a little fishy about this.
Gary's on the payroll. I know what you're.
Gary's the one who left the show allegedly to talk to.
What do you mean allegedly? What?
Well,
what do you think I was up to?
You could have been working the chat right now.
See, he had to work the chat in your absence. Slowed him way down. That's
yeah.
So everything worked according to plan.
Yeah, exactly. Gary is this master. We all know that Gary's this evil mastermind. It's no surprise. Oh, I thought that was gray. It's green. Oh well. Make the best of it, I guess. Right?
Got to roll with it.
How in the world did? Oh, okay.
It's called paint.
Yeah, that's you don't want to hear how in the world when you're watercoloring.
Yeah.
Well, no, especially if you're waiting on a commission, right? And the guy doing it goes, "Oh, what in the?"
Exactly. It's like you don't want to hear your doctor saying, "Interesting."
Yeah.
I don't like the look of that. You're like, oh.
Have you been seeing something in your urine lately?
Have you had anything crystallizing your joints recently? This gout problem.
You've been peeing on your knee.
Got this, urethra.
Franklin.
Yeah.
Uric acid problem, and it's crystallizing. Very interesting. Okay, so we discovered what gout was, but do we know what a goiter is at this point?
Oh yeah, I knew what that was because I had a teacher in high school, or junior high actually, that had this basketball-sized goiter coming out of his stomach.
Oh,
and so,
are you kidding me?
And he was
while
already
he was still teaching.
Yeah, and he was already a big fat guy who was like 7 feet tall. He was a huge guy. Then he had this huge other gut coming out of his gut.
His gut.
Yeah, we called that his second stomach.
Double gut.
Yeah, but I mean, he was just like, yeah, it's what it is, whatever, he just didn't make any bones about it. He wasn't like
he couldn't really hide it, right?
Yeah, exactly. He didn't care. But I mean, like, why not? I don't know if he never asked him about it. He'd be like, hey, why don't you get that thing cut off? No.
Is that your vestigial twin? Get rid of it.
No. It could be basket case, man.
So how long did he have it? I mean, it was like one of those
I was there for like 2 years.
Kind of things. Did it grow on him, or did he always have it?
It was always there from when we got there.
Oh, did it get bigger? Like it was taking control of it.
So, when like the first day of class, he walks in and everybody's.
Well, he was, in the halls when you're going from one class to another. He'd be out there as a hall monitor, so you just always see him and try. And the always get packed. And he's standing there, and you got to brush past him, and you're just like, "Oh God!"
Why did they torture this man and make him a hall?
Well, they hired the scariest guy they could find to be the hall monitor.
Well, he did it on purpose. He knew what he was doing. He chose hall monitor. He's like, watch
You know
these
what
kids
you're
get
doing with
grossed
that
out. Yeah, watch these kids get grossed out. You know, and they'd stand there. Oh God! No.
I touched this going.
Yeah, but I liked him better than the guy that had like crazy mustache hair. That guy bugged the crap out of me. I was always like, why don't you pluck those things out of your? He'd be having a conversation. He'd get right up in your face. He was like a guidance counselor, and he had tufts of like hair coming out of his nose. And he'd always be trying to talk to you really close, and all you could see was these nose hair coming out of his nose.
Dude, you had the most traumatic childhood. I can't believe it.
Oh God, that school was crazy. They would bus in like these Mexican guys from across the tracks, I suppose, but they were way older than they should be. These guys should not be then. I mean, one guy got high on like PCP. This is junior high, by the way. I used to draw tattoos for him so he wouldn't kill me. And so one day he got high on, this is the rumor, he got high on PCP and he punched his hand. We had those windows that had the mesh grating through it. Remember those?
Mm-hmm.
There was like this hole through it one day, and that guy disappeared. And we were all like, "What happened? What happened?" Well, and that's how he got thrown out of school because he like got high and punched his hand through that.
Damn, he went.
I was like, "Oh my God!" I'm so glad he liked my art. I could draw roses good, you know. Like, I could still draw those old tattoo roses to this day because of that. You know? Yeah, I was. Yeah, my school career was terrifying.
To say the least. My gosh, that's just.
Yeah, but I made it. Use my skills. That's right.
We're done. Let's go.
We're done.
Almost there. Just give me a second here.
One.
Tell us one more. Regale us with one more story of your youth, Kelsey, and I'll be done.
With the same school, we used to play handball outside, and this like group of big Mexican guys they walk past, and we're like playing the game, and we're just like, screw it. So we just kept hitting the ball, and I hit one of them right upside the head with it.
Okay, now we're in trouble.
And we're all laughing, and it's all funny until he knocks the crap out of me. He hits me in the head. But I deserved it. So I just laughed about it because I legitimately like hit him. I could have stopped and let him walk past. But he was walking in front of me. We were playing handball. So I just nail him right in the head.
So he shivved you? What happened?
No, I just got a good knock in the head for that one. But I did get.
He said, "Oi, vato."
Yeah, dude. Growing up in inner city Texas schools, man, it was rough, dude. It was, and this is junior high. This is what's I can't get across how these people were way older than they should have been in my college. I was fearing for my life every day. They were way too old to be in that school.
Junior high's
Pedro
all
mustaches
because you have different. The girls were already women,
Yeah.
and the
I
guys.
didn't even notice then.
But you're a different level, so you'd have guys like me who's like still played with GI Joes.
Yeah.
And then you have guys with chest hair and beards.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, I was still playing with my GI Joes and fearing for my life. It was horrible.
All right, I'm done.
But I survived. Sure. All right. Where are we? Yeah, I'm done.
Gary, are you finished?
He's all with this show. Yes.
I'm always done.
Where are we not done yet? Okay, well, let's take a look and see what I've done.
Started done.
There we go.
Oh, that's that guy. Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So
I could not picture him when you first said that.
So off
That guy's
model.
creepy.
So off model. Yeah.
Start over.
It's all. Hey, it's my vision of Bugs Bunny and Mr. Hyde.
Mr. Hyde is awesome. I think
Yes,
he
he
looks
is.
great.
Yeah.
Bugs
No
Bunny
comment on the bugs.
sucks. Yeah, no comment on Bugs, but I think I
A
made
bug
his legs
shouldn't
a
have
little-
calf muscles.
I know I made his. I know I made his legs a little too beefy there.
It needs one of your patented sound effects.
It's
Yeah. Kerslunk.
it's creeping over into furry territory with those calf muscles.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Now it's
I can suddenly see like form and definition, and I mean,
You should put some rabbit droppings coming.
yeah, I'm strangely uncomfortable looking at it.
I can't. You should put some clothes on now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's great.
So there
Good
we
job.
go. All right.
Did you use your Zig pen on that? What'd you use?
No,
Brush?
I used the Pentel brush pen.
Man, you're
Oh.
a traitor.
Right there, man.
I've been enjoying. Yeah, is that the one? I've been enjoying that lately. Actually, I didn't like it at first.
I don't like anything at first, but you use it enough, you kind of get the hang of it. And you're like,
Yeah.
Then after a while, you get tired of it and go, "This sucks again." You know?
You know,
Another legacy quote from Aaron: "I don't like anything at first."
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's take a look at what Kelsey's done here.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that plate!
Front
is
and
awesome.
center.
yeah.
Huh?
The plate is awesome.
Yeah, you like
Yeah.
that? That's my. This is the piece I'm showing off today. There you go.
is that your Pollock?
Yeah. So here we go. It looks cool. Like zoomed out, actually, it looks a lot better on my monitor here. Let me focus. Yeah, that lighting came out a lot better than I expected in the purple.
It's
But
very three-dimensional.
yeah, it does not look like that up close. I don't. It's looking great on the screen. Maybe I got a wide-angle lens or something. I'm really liking it on the screen.
Man, Porky looks drunk on something.
He is. Yeah, he's.
Like, go look at him. He is high as crap.
I was gonna hold on.
He's
I
in the
was
stratosphere.
Soused. He is soused.
I was actually gonna have like a little
There you go.
little blunt in his hand. I
There
need
you
to
go.
I need to color that up.
There you go.
That
Put a
is
little
hilarious.
smoke drifting off.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh well, I'll paint
But
it
just
in
feel
there.
like a couple little bubbles floating over his head.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, he was a different kind of Porky in those. He was every time Chuck would draw him with Daffy, he was always like way ahead of the curve against
Yeah,
Daffy.
he was the smart guy in the room.
Exactly. So that's the best kind of Porky.
Mhm, mhm.
Birdman says Porky's smoking on them moon rocks.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, that came out pretty good.
It did.
Yeah, not bad. Let's see David's unfinished piece.
There you
Oh
go.
man, you should have like just thrown paint down on this.
I know.
Got crazy, man. Look at that. It's almost so good.
Yeah, he's gonna finish this up
Yeah,
and
you
sell
gotta
it.
finish this one, man.
He does like real pieces. There's no sketches on this show.
Yeah, I know. David's like bringing.
I'm gonna go watch that cartoon now.
Oh,
I know, right?
Broomhilda,
was
you're
great.
so lovely. Yeah, so lovely, I can't help it. Broomhilda, give me your love.
Yeah, you're wow.
I don't think Elmer Fudd has ever been drawn that big before. It looks huge.
Look at that chest. He's just filling out that armor.
Yeah.
It's a great
Great.
piece, David. If only it were done.
I
Oh,
know.
well. Third place. We're not keeping track though, because it's not a competition.
Yeah, very cool.
I know.
All right. Well, there you have it, guys. The first Graybeard's episode of the new year. How about that? It
I'm exhausted.
went off with a bang. Let me warn everybody in the chat. Next week, we're probably going to have to go on Thursday because I got something that I can't get out of on Wednesday that may take me all day. So we'll probably go at Thursday. And we're also going to start switching to start time at 2:00.
Yeah, Aaron, my weeds won't pull themselves.
Yeah. We've got some scheduling conflicts that have arisen, and so we're going to move to 2:00, but we're going to keep it on Wednesdays, except next week it'll probably be on Thursday. Then we go back to Wednesday at the regular scheduled time. So pardon me for bumping around, but some stuff.
I think it's because you don't wake up until like 3 p.m. nowadays.
Well, that's totally
you're getting up like later and later.
Dude, I go to bed sometimes like at 1 a.m. and then I'm like, it's 10 o'clock in the morning and I'm like just waking up going, what happened to my day? So I got some of that Porky Pig stuff, that weed he's smoking there, and it put me under. Anyway, everybody here has campaigns. We previewed them earlier in the show, but if you'll check the description of this video, you'll find links to Kit Carter, Planet Doom, Fearsome, Gary's Brush with Destiny, and Kelsey's Scribbles. Both of those latter two books will be fulfilling very soon. So if you haven't backed them, get on that because they won't be around much longer. And there you have it, folks. That is your first episode of Graybeard's Studio for the new year. Thank you all for joining us. Please hit the like and subscribe if you have not done so. And make sure you tune in next week right here on this channel for the second episode of the year in Graybeard's Studio. Until then, folks, take care, be safe, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Oh, jeez. Sorry, got some on me.